Not sure that you can call a 100% death rate good work, but helping them onto a better path. Yeah.
Look at how we're living. You know, I want to be able to provide a better living situation for me and you.
I want to go see the world outside the homestead like Dad did, but you and Dad raised us to do the right thing, and to me the right thing is to do what I can.
Yeah, sorry, fuck this place. There's no dog in the fight. Can you just give me my paperwork?
This is my path, and I have to do this on my own. I can't keep pretending to be something that I'm not forever. Things need to change.
It'll affect him, it'll affect us. It's bigger than this war. If nothing's done, then everyone, everywhere will suffer.
Well, if I be the first to say it, welcome to Rochefort. I am Joseph Kavanaugh, General of the Armed Forces of the United Shard. You have all been enlisted to participate in Operation Rougarou. I told you they couldn't do this. Worthless. The gator grabs you by its big maw and then death rolls you.
Faye, do you think that I'm scary? Because I don't think you're scary. I mean, actually, I do kind of.
What happened earlier this evening was a problem, and we will not have this problem again. Not many make it this deep into this swamp. Hello everyone, welcome to Tyler's Tavern. Hello everybody, welcome to Tyler's Tavern. My name is Tyler, I go by SETX Tyler Yo on social media, and this is my tavern. I hope you guys enjoyed the new trailer for Operation Rougarou. All my people are muted in chat, they're coming out of mute. What'd y'all think?
I'm activated.
I love it. I've also been activated. That was so cool.
Nice.
Thanks guys, I worked on that over the weekend. One of the reasons we did it is an apology to the viewers and also my players. The audio was really bad last session. It sucked because it was a really good session. It should be better now. If any of you in Twitch chat ever see something wrong or if the audio is bad or whatever, call me out on it. I'll try to get it fixed. I'd much rather that happen than everybody just be polite. Call me out when things are bad. This is also a good time to note that I have a very detailed write-up of every single session we've had available to read in World Anvil. So if you had a hard time making any of that out or you kind of want to recap on some things, that's definitely the place to head. Today we are continuing the campaign Operation Rougarou live here on twitch.tv/Tyler's Tavern. As a reminder, I always put timestamps in the VOD if you're watching on YouTube and need to skip to certain sections. But being in a tavern, we start every stream by introducing my tavern patrons here. Have them let us know what they're drinking for tonight. I'm starting. Hopefully this session has some good drama and trauma. So I don't respect myself or anybody else. So I'm going to have a Miller Lite. Emily, you're next down.
I am having a cheap screw top red wine. It's Riscato. It's delicious. It's like 7% alcohol, I think.
So just alcoholic grape juice.
Yep.
Yeah. Mark, you're below that.
I got a chai latte that I spiked with some rum.
Ooh.
So we'll see how that goes.
Nice. Yeah. And then last but not least, we have Connor.
Yeah, I got an Arnold Palmer right now, and then I'll probably crack open the Derringer again.
Nice. All right. Okay. Found an issue. There's no sound on that scene. Anyway, follow on Twitch. We're not far from hitting affiliate. At 50 followers, we're going to have a beignet stream. Right now, we're at 37. We go live every other Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Subscribe to YouTube. We get at 100 subscribers. We're going to get a gumbo stream. This session gets posted on the following Thursday. The Tavern Therapy afterwards, alternating Thursdays. I started being very poignant about posting clips. You can catch those on YouTube as YouTube Shorts. We also have TikTok and Instagram now to catch them there. Try to get some people to watch the show. Follow on Twitter for news. Check out the World Anvil for all of the lore stuff and like those write-ups, like I said. We got a Discord link if you want to come chat with me or any of the players. And yeah,
Oh no!
Oops. No sound on the Starfinder page. We cut some corners here. Go ahead and chill about Starfinder, Connor.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and join the Redliners and Quantum Redliners, a Starfinder campaign set deep in the Pariah Sector section of space. Things are heating up. There's a lot of inter-party drama, and things are being discovered about one another, and lines are being drawn. It's very exciting. You can check that out on the alternating Tuesday. Twitch.tv, Limey Porcupine. The pre-stream starts at the same time as this one at 6:30. Session starts a little bit later at 7. You can catch the VODs at youtube.com/Limey Porcupine. There's a World Anvil for that one as well if you want to check that one out. And yeah, it's getting spicy in that one. So check it out.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I had most of the scenes ready, just not the shill ones, apparently. Our post show is called Tavern Therapy, where we decompress from the session, talk about what happened, how we feel about things, goals for the future, and such. During this session, we tend to not interact with chat too much outside of just text in chat. But the post show, we just talk to you guys directly, so you can hop on in, and we'll talk to you guys vocally, shout out followers, talk to whoever's watching. And one thing you can help us with is the weekly inspiration that we award based on excellent roleplay. And so last week we decided to give it to Vey for rolling in of her backstory and that a bit of intensity at the end of last session. Connor, you can use it on any roll, not already with advantage, and it expires at the end of this session.
Cool.
Finally.
Sorry.
That's it. You got it. Finally, in a bit of housekeeping, Colton has let me know he's not going to most likely make it this session. He has a choir performance he's in. Colin had his baby the day after our last session. So congratulations to him. The baby and the wife are doing just fine, but as you can imagine, he's probably going to be iffy with sessions coming up, so he'll be in and out. Charles is coaching track at the middle school he teaches at, which means he will be arriving late. So talking out with him, what we're going to do is he's going to lay low for when he's not here. We'll go take a tavern break, fill him in, and then we'll come back live. Finally, at the Red Balloon Festival last time, I forgot to write some of the rewards for you guys. I really struggled with some of these, so if you have any better ideas, hit me up in the DMs and we could talk. But here I would like to award Brandon KK, or neither of them are here. Yaros, Vi, Scarlet, and Tatho. For the symphony concert, you could put faces to instruments, so you can identify who plays what. And for the Gladiator Showcase, you can put the faces to the weapons. So if you have any better ideas, hit me up. I'm kind of struggling with some of those. But with all of that said, let us head to the recap. How do you sound?
I'm ready to get hurt again.
Yeah.
Ready for pain.
Hey, Daddy.
Oh, TaleSpire is muted. Okay. That works. Sorry at the recap. The last session saw many of the activities of the Red Balloon Festival. First, Yaros, Brand, KK, and Vey headed towards Riverfront, did some crafts with Caleb Kramer, the disheveled owner of Underwater Basket Weavers. Brand made a lizard trap, KK made a candle holder, and the others made some stained glass wind chimes. They then questioned the owner's life choices, and he said he would look into trap making for Brand. Scarlet and Tatho headed to Crystal Yard, where the turtle owner of Jack's Hardware helped them greatly over-engineer a mansion for Scarlet's mouse, Maisie. They all had sliders and sausages for lunch, and once again, they saw the Black Iron Bandits on their parade. KK and Tatho then went into the Heights, where
Hate those guys.
Yeah, where they went to the Heights, where they talked with the many well-to-do individuals about the charity Marsh Hope for Kids and how they run their organization and events. That evening, everybody meets back to the fort, where Yaros goes on a walk. Tatha reads its books. Vey reads her Red Bear comics. KK goes on a short visit with her aunt. Oh. And Scarlet and Brand place traps north of the fort into the swamp. The next morning, they are once again woken by a 12-gun salute in their heads, and they go their separate ways. KK heads towards Bloom Wharf, where she learns orienteering skills from far-long cartographers. Yaros and Tartho see a great display of heroic strength at the Gladiator Showcase, hosted by Heroes and Heralds. For lunch, everybody meets up at the Bloom Wharf meat markets, where they buy a sack of oysters and shuck them on a lovely day over the water. After this, Yaros, Vey, Scarlet, and Totho all get dressed into their military attire and see the symphony concert at the Sunrise Theater. Yaros seems especially eager, looking to see someone specifically, but ends up not doing so. The performance is beautiful and brings everybody to tears. Brand and KK went to Raleigh Shaz and gambled. Brand hoped to win it big with his beetle, but ended up mostly doing not well, but they hit a jackpot. That night, they went to Bloom Street for the last night of massive debauchery and specifically headed to Clear Spirits, where the bar was full of single ladies. Yaroj managed to dip early, but Totho and Brand got hit on while Scarlet, Vey, and KK got drunk and danced. That night, Vey and Scarlet offered to help Brand empty his traps, wherein, in a bit of drunken stupor, Vey let out her prophecy to the others. The next 2 days were filled with work from General Harper as the group aided in guarding trains and helping the docks after the festival. The next Monday, they decided to follow the tips from the restaurant cooperative and meet the Alcohol Brotherhood on their days off, where they then were informed that they usually take the time to fill their stocks and relax. However, their usual annual tradition of fermenting wormwood could not happen because people were afraid of the Rougarous in the swamps. The party agreed to help and headed over to Obad-Hai Arboretum. There they talked to a young druid who said the archdruid had forbade everyone from doing this and themselves were too busy. He also talked about how rare and important the plant was and gave instructions for the party on how to correctly harvest. With Vey's druidic knowledge and KK's newfound map skills, they found the plant and harvested it. While doing so, the wind picked up and soon they heard voices in their head until two entities apparated. One was a formless plant in the cycle of birth and decay, and the other was a pale blue-skinned woman who spoke of a prophecy of the stars. I gotta turn TaleSpire's loud in my ears. I'm like struggling to read. This woman then proceeded to speak to each of the party members individually, stating parts of their past that nobody else knew and visions of the future. She activated something within each of them that they were not aware of, ending with Vey, whom she handed a magical object. Upon touching it, Vey passed out and the woman left, saying that the group had much to do before next time they met, but will keep an eye out in hopes that they will not die before then. She then turned an insect into a large creature and then disappeared into the swamp. The party freaked out, seeing that Vey was just barely alive, and tried to haul her body back to the medical wing of the fort. But during this time, Vey walked through intense winds in her unwaking mind, the place where she communicates with her quarry, and finds that he does not have a form or self. He stated what little he does know and gives Vey the map of the stars. Upon touching this, she instantly awoken in her friend's arms with a jolt and a deep breath. So currently, you have stated the following goals to me. KK would like to visit her aunt. Brand would like to visit the barbers. Totho is awaiting word back from his parents and then would like to follow up with a blacksmith. You each need to spend a handful of days working on achieving your new abilities. And finally, you can always make progress on Operation Rougarou. You can currently turn in the Wormwood back to the Alcohol Brotherhood, and after that, the next portion of the Guild of Plenty is the Conservationists and the Distributors. But first, we're going to do a bit of time traveling to complete the last few Red Bloom Festival activities. I wrote this, but now Colton's not here, so we might have a couple in the future, but we'll roll through those. So, yeah. Today is Thursday, March 25th, in the year of Prelor 765. We are going to go to ship sailing with Yaros and Vey at the Bloom Wharf docks. So I'm going to mostly coast through this. Please feel free to interrupt me if you have anything you'd like to play. Otherwise, I'm just going to be cruising. So, for viewers, for sake of time, because Colin was having his baby and Charles was not going to be here, and Colton has this concert, I really wanted to get to that scene at the end of it with the blue-skinned woman, but as a result, we did skip some stuff, so we're going to kind of go back and finish those up. Summon my players. Here we go. You arrive at Bloom Wharf and head to the docks, where you see a group of people, mostly 20s to 40s in human years, and you stand amongst them when, from up the docks, a group of burly dudes and a few burly women walk up. An older elvish man speaks from among them and says, "My name is Cramrick Williamson. Today we're going to show you the basics of sailing on small vessels. Once everybody gets a go, we're going to go on the bigger ships and see how that works at scale. And then finally, we're going to show you a special kind of boat. But first, everyone pair up with a sailor." A female dark-skinned human approaches you, Vay, and says, "Hello, my name is Alex Dorian. I am first mate with the Williamson Whalers." She's in incredibly good shape, has real rough hands as she kind of shakes her hands.
Oh.
She goes,
Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not here, but oh my.
I couldn't resist. I'm sorry.
yeah, all right. We're
A
going to take...
strong woman?
Yeah, how dare. We're going to take this small swamp boat here, fix with the sail, and get the basics here on the Sanchez River. There's a good breeze today, so things should go great. You enter the shallow vessel, very similar to the one from the Expedition to the Endangered, the like really shallow swamp boats, but this one's affixed with a sail. She pushes off with an oar from the docks, and you're now one of about a dozen ships in the river, all trying to get your footing. Similarly, a Triton gentleman walks up to you, Yaros, and says, "How's it going? My name's Zalzas, crew member on the Williamson Whalers. All
My
right
name's
now."
Mr. Brightside.
Yeah, yep. Trauma. You're giving me trauma before I give you trauma. I see what you're doing.
Damn.
That's a callback to an old campaign where I was physically hurt. So the guy goes, "Alrighty. Yeah, alrighty now, our vessel's going to be this one over here," and you kind of go in and you join Vay into the river. So y'all are just kind of going out here. They both go through the names of each part of the vessel, show you the ropes, how they are fixed, a couple of emergency knots, how to manipulate them, how to manipulate the sail, and how to go against the wind. And then it takes a few tries to get a hang of it, but after a while, you kind of go an exhilarating way, kind of downriver, as you learn to catch the winds, and you both kind of get the feel of what you're doing. And they go, "Well, it looks like you got a hang of it. You're doing great. I think you could be a sailor if you wanted to and had the willpower. But let's head back to the docks." So eventually you make your way back to the docks, getting back on land as you have a bit shaky for a second, but you come back pretty quick. As the others also tie off and head back to the dock, you hear the same elvish man from earlier go, "Now everybody's back. Please board the Williamson Whalers vessel, and we're going to go travel a short ways." So you board the very large ship here at the dock. Let me put you on the ship. Boop. Boop. And you see an entire crew at work, being able to set the ship free from the docks. Everybody's working, everybody's sweating. It's very clear, organized chaos. And you hit the River Sanchez. The sail unfurls down, and the people at the ropes using their might to keep it steady. And you guys each see the person you were paired with working very tirelessly on the ship. Each doing their own part to get it going. And you get a difference in the scale here. On a swamp boat, you can kind of do everything you need to personally, but here on this massive scale, it really takes a village to run the ship. You make a bit way down the river, manage to turn it all the way around in a particularly wide spot, and then head back and make dock. And then the elvish man from earlier speaks up one more time. After everybody disbarks, he goes, "All right, now I got a real treat for you. If you want to head this way, guys." Do I have it here? I thought I did. Yeah. You're floating a little bit. He brings you over to a very strange vessel that you saw kind of during the opening parade, actually. This was one of the vessels. He goes, "This here is a brand new vessel, freshly off the shipyards. Some of the inventors call it a steamboat. Inside you can see the hummings of some low magic crystals, and it carries this vessel by creating steam, pushing the paddle. You could even, he goes, "You can even go upriver with this with no wind. It's a real modern marvel here." And the people kind of gawk in excitement. But he makes particular note to not let anybody go look at the engine proper, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so with that, both of you guys get proficiency with sailing.
Woo! I'm on a boat.
Yep. The
That
next
sounds
one
great.
was next one was growing a good berry with brands. We will do that later. Then we're gonna head to Riverfront with Scarlet.
It's me.
That's her.
It's you.
It me. Well, it's me and Maisie, correct?
Yeah.
'Cause I'm doing my pet training stuff, right?
That's it. We're at How to Train a Pet. You head over to I can't read today. You head over to Riverfront, over to the local pet shop, Comrades and Companions. You walk in and you get that pet shop smell. You see a menagerie of animals about. They have cats and dogs and birds and lizards and hamsters and you name it. You hear a loud ruckus from inside as you hear, "Only the best fancy feast for Susan."
No!
He's not here.
No!
What am I going to do?
It's so good.
The shopkeeper goes, "Yes, of course, sir. Only the best for the likes of the Black Iron Bandits." And she hands him,
Hate
a
those
bag
guys.
of fancy feast, and he just grabs it and walks off. Susan on his shoulder, and you can see the cat like makes eye contact with you as it walks by, and then walks away.
Nice.
Eventually, the lady looks up at you. She's a younger dwarf woman who speaks up and goes, "Hello, my name's Catalina Alexandria, owners here of Comrades and Companions. How can I help you?"
Hi, I'm here for the How to Train a Pet, and she holds up Maisie, who squeaks.
Oh, a mouse. Interesting. Most people bring
she's
in...
very smart.
Good. Most people bring in dogs, but I think mice are smarter than most people think.
They are. She's very smart.
All right, well, let's give it a shot. And she goes through the motions with you using one of her dogs. The dog shakes, sits, lays down, rollovers, plays dead, it'll spin. And after each trick, she gives dog loving, good boy, handing him a treat. She goes, "Now, I would assume mice would be similar in the way they want the positive feedback loop. So here's some steps to learn the tricks and when to reward them." And she goes through a training regimen. You try, and you see some light in the tunnel. Maisie isn't quite getting it. She goes, "Well, they didn't build Rome in a day. If you work on it every day, I'm sure she's going to get it here soon."
Okay. Do you think I could train her to, I mean, she's pretty good at, staying on my person. But I was wondering if I could train her to sort of, go and come back, to come to me, I guess, is kind of, more of, what I was thinking.
Yeah, I would assume that come is, a general command that she should be able to learn. Oh my god. You're the worst.
No.
Oh,
The
no.
worst.
Oh no, Emily, shameful.
It's the wine.
Okay.
It's everybody's fault but my own.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, that's really all that she wanted to be able to do was learn some tricks. What kind of tricks did Maisie learn though?
So, if you train every day, you can learn You can learn a command in 2 weeks' time.
Okay.
If you work every day,
I can just pick a command that I would like her to learn.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna make you keep track of it. But in 2 weeks' time, you can name a command, and then we'll say she has it.
Okay.
Assuming that you would work on that every day without having to roleplay that out. But yeah,
Yes.
So today, the day is March 25th. Yeah. Today's Thursday, March 25th. So 2 weeks from that day, you can tell me a command and she'll have it.
Okay. I'll put that in my notes.
But after saying that, this day is Friday, March 26th in the year of Pale War 765. Native 4 with Brand. He's not here, so we're going to have to do his later. And then we're going to go to a display of magics with Vay and Scarlet at Macabre Field. That's over in the Sunrise District.
Yeah. Put me in the bleachers, coach.
Show us the magics.
Now you two head towards Quartz Field in the Sunrise District, and you get some pretty good seats towards the center of the field. Oh, that's not canonical. Let me give you some pretty good seats in the center of the field. Let me not be a jobber.
My immersion.
Your immersion. Yeah, sorry, I'm not filling these bleachers.
My immersion.
Damn.
Can't believe they sold out a show for us.
I thought a lot more people would be here.
So the place is pretty filled in. You see some people talking amongst themselves, wondering what they're going to do this year. Right on time, you see 8 older individuals walk out into the field from the center area, and they wave to the crowd, who all give polite cheers. They each wear a different color trim on their black robes, and you notice that these were the 8 people on top of the Macabre University float during the parade. You see a halfling gentleman walk forwards, and you hear a booming voice coming from him in the center of the arena. Welcome, everyone, to the displays of magic presented by Macabre University. Here with me on the fields are the dean of each college of magic here at the university. Their students each have a showcase for you they are all very proud of, as are we. And I will have the pleasure of announcing them. First up is the College of Evocation under Dean Horner. He then points his wand up to the sky, and billows of smoke shoot up, and in the sky you see a red flame symbol. The crowd cheers, and out walks a small group of students in the black robes. They all have red trim, and you see that same red flame symbol on the front. 2 female students then stand opposite of each other, one with a book, another with a staff. You see them both doing something verbally and somatically, but they're a bit too far away to see what. Then from one comes a great blast of flames that you can feel the heat from, and the other puts a ray of frost that puts a chill in the air. They clash equally, and in the middle you see the heat and cold fighting over control until they both let up. And just as soon as they do, they each fire a dozen missiles at each other. They all fly in separate directions but nail each other mid-air as they hit. The crowd erupts, and you see the 2 of them take a deep breath in relief. They walk to the center where the beams clash, and they give a bow. The announcer then says, next up is the College of Conjuration under Dean Colton. Cutton. It's Cutton, not Colton. And as he did previously, he sends up another signal, this time marking an orange sun. And a sole individual comes out. He's in a black suit and tie with a top hat. He then gets to the center, where he takes off his hat, waves his hand, and pulls out a rabbit. Crowd cheers. He takes a quick bow and walks off. But as he has his hat in his hand, another rabbit pops out the bottom. He stops, looks around, and confused, looks at his hat, shows the crowd it's the blank inside, shrugs his shoulders, continues to walk out, and another rabbit pops out. The crowd laughs, and you can tell it's a comedic bit. He puts his hat on the ground, looks into it, then goes shoulder deep, digging into it, and he pulls out a flopping fish. Shakes his head and puts it back. He picks up the hat again and shows the crowd there's nothing in it, and puts it back on his head, and as soon as he does, a drench of water comes out. He quickly takes it off, looks in, shrugs, shows it to the crowd, who cheers. But then he has to go catch the 3 rabbits, which takes an awkward amount of time to do.
Oh no.
He puts them back in the hat, and then he walks off. The announcer then says, next up is the College of Aberration under Dean Centos. This time he sends up a yellow shield. 3 students come out, 2 on one side, 1 on the other. The one of the students on the one that has 2 people on him takes some time, channels a spell, and is completely encased in a sphere. The other 2, opposite to each other, each do a spell that creates a yellow glowing shield in their arm. The one next to the student in the sphere then gets a running start and bashes him towards the front, and the guy starts rolling towards the other guy. And this is basically looks like a Zorb ball at this point. And the other student then runs and bashes him back into the first, and you quickly realize this is a very large game of Pong. The crowd gets oddly into it, cheering at the good play. It takes a bit of a good volley before one side wins, and the crowd cheers. The student hops out of the orb, takes quite a bit to stand steady, takes a bow, and then they all leave. The announcer then says, next up is the College of Enchantment under Dean Hazelcloud, and this time he puts up a green spiral. The students walk to walk up to the stands and you hear him scream, "Can I get volunteers?" He then...
Yeah. Scarlet will stand up. Or raise her hand. I don't know. It's like,
okay.
Whatever it is.
What are you doing?
He said there's volunteers.
Yeah, but what if it's dangerous?
It seems pretty harmless, right? What is it? Enchantment?
Yeah. So yeah, he picks out 9 volunteers, and he's scanning, and he picks you, and he tells you to come on down to the field. You can see like other students that put out 10 chairs onto the field. Everyone takes a seat, including you, Scarlet. And he preps you because, hey guys, I'm not here to hurt anyone. I just need everybody to relax. This is going to be a lot like when you walk to work every day, but when you get there, you don't remember heading to work. You know, you kind of get lost in that daze. Kind of because it's so automatic. But basically, we're going to put you in that state manually. So he pulls out a pocket watch, and he does the usual like hypnotist routine. You're getting very sleepy. Everybody, like, all right, breathe, and at the sound of my voice, you're gonna go. Scarlet, make me a charisma check.
Excellent. Like a save?
Yeah, charisma save.
Uh-oh. Why did it do that?
25?
Yeah.
That's a natural 20. Yeah, so he goes, all right, I'm going to count to 3. You're going to be asleep. And you open your eyes and look around. And you see that there's, like, of the 10 people, like, 3 of y'all just did nothing. And he's like, no worries, guys. Head back to your seats. It's going to be a fun show. And so, yeah. Yeah, so it didn't work on you. You go head back to the stands, sit next to Vay.
Scarlet's like, see, it wasn't dangerous.
So he goes, all right, now that you're asleep, we're just gonna make you guys have a good time. I'd like you all to act like a chicken, and snaps his fingers, and they all get up from their seats and like, bark, 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 bark. He goes, all right, you're not chickens, you're at a dance club. Snaps his fingers, and they all do some kind of cheesy, like, doing the twist dance, He goes, all right, you've been a good show. Everybody awaken, and they go, huh? Which is, I'm confused, and the crowd, like, cheers at the show of being able to do fun things with people.
Disturbed and nervous with his knowledge.
The people on the field are just very confused. They're like, you're great, go ahead and head back to your families. And they take a bow and walk off. The announcer that says, next up is the College of Divination under Dean Miller. And this time he puts up a blue star into the sky. The student comes out with a small satchel. He walks back to where the professors are and asks the dean, who has been making all the announcements. And you hear that dean's voice go, I have been requested to help participate in this one. And they walk to the center, and the students motion for everybody to clap for him, and everybody politely claps. He puts something into the hand of the halfling dean, and then pulls out a deck of cards. He shuffles the deck and fans out the cards, and you hear the dean say, oh, pick a card. Sure. And it's kind of like, like, oops, I left the mic on, sort of like casual conversation. Like, oh, pick a card. Yeah, sure. I'll grab this one. And then the student puts the rest of the deck onto the ground and starts to dig in their bag. And you see him saying something to the dean, who then says, I've been asked to roll these 2 dice as well in secret. So you turn around and see him roll 2 d20s. And the dean turns around, and you all see his student pull out like some 11 by 17 paper and keeps it close to his chest. And the dean says, all right, I've been told to reveal what I had. It was a 7 of clubs, and I rolled a 6 and a 14. And you see the student, like, they're big kind of poster boards. He puts one behind the other, and you see that it says 7 of clubs, and I rolled a 6 and 14. And then he shows it to the crowd, and then he goes, well, that's rather impressive indeed. 3 different predictions, and the crowd claps. And you see that as he says that, they put the plaque behind, and it says, wow, that was rather impressive indeed. And after each statement he says, you see that the student had correctly predicted and wrote down everything he was going to say in separate punctuations.
Nice.
And the crowd does a bit of laughing, gives a good cheer. The guy bows and heads off. The announcer then says, next up is the College of Transmutation under myself, Dean Zolgan. And he puts up a purple gem. Next, the students roll out a rather large contraption. It seems to be a series of metal and wood that make like a looped ramp. And there are 4 students that stand around the machine. And one club's a small stepladder, drops a small metal ball, and it begins to roll down the set of metal ramps and starts to make loops around the machine. Then you see they begin to channel some magic on each of their corners. As it approaches one, he turns the metal of the loop into like a jungle, and like a vine attaches onto the ball that swings it around its corner. The second one changes it into like a vertical pipe, opens a lever, and gas shoots it like way up into the sky. Then you see some electricity running on the next corner that repels the ball even further up. And then you see the last one actually shifts the entire machine 10 feet up. Then catching on the vine, you see they've transmutated an entire like Rube Goldberg machine. And eventually that one of them changes into a magnet, shoots the ball into the air, pops into a firework. The crowd cheers at this kind of wonderful contraption, and they roll it out and give a bow. The announcer then says, next up is the College of Necromancy under Dean Hanna. This time he puts up a black circle with arrows. It kind of looks like an Ouroboros, but instead of like a snake head and tail, it's just 3 arrows going into each other. A group of students walk out with a bunch of pots, and one rolls out a rather large tree. They all stand in front of the pots and begin channeling their magics. And then they seem to do like a choreographed dance with big wavy motions, very Tai Chi. And you see that the tree in the center begins to wilt, but the next 2 pots with small ferns begin to bloom. And they continue until those blooms of the ferns go really wild, and then they make other small pots have wildflowers boom, and they keep bringing life energy to and from the pots and making different plants go. And eventually they bring it all back to the center tree that comes back to its original state. The crowd cheers, and they head back with all their pots into the arena. The announcer that says, next up, there's a College of Illusion under Dean Polvey, and he puts up a white eye into the sky. A whole big group of students walk out and kind of evenly space the field. Soon they begin to channel their magics, and an image appears above the field. You see a river with banks to its sides, and you hear sounds, and it's like deja vu all of a sudden when you hear the voice of Mayor Boffin say, "Let the Red Bloom Festival begin!" And the river that they're making goes red, and you see the floats of Macabre University flow on, and they have the entire routine that they did that morning as an illusion on the field.
Ooh.
So the crowd gets really loud at this one. They cheer, and they go up, and the dean goes, "Everyone please enjoy the rest of the Red Bloom Festival." And he puts into the sky, instead of another symbol, it just says Red Bloom Festival in smoke. And the deans walk off the field.
Very cool.
I'm gonna say that was rather impressive.
That was very cool.
Starlet, their magic seems similar to yours. Did you train with them, or?
Not here.
Were you a student?
I went to a different school. I went to a different school.
Huh. Let's see.
Oh my god. Why can I not remember school now? I went to Madame Ambergris' School of the Arcane, back where I'm from, back home.
Ah, I see, but
not
it's
around here. This is like
it
a
is-
college.
Ah, I see. So this is like another level you would be going to.
No, I mean yes, I could have, but I did not really want to stay in school, so I'm here. But I'll be able to learn the same stuff like here.
Ah,
It's
interesting.
not as yeah.
Interesting. Yes, it's a very different.
I'll be like self-taught kind of. Yeah.
All right. With that, all the Red Bloom Festival activities are done, except for the ones with brands, which we will do in the future.
Boo!
Boo!
Hate that guy.
Boo. No. Don't say that.
Do you hate Brand or Colton? Because one of those might be legitimate.
Hate that guy.
I love
Viewers, you choose.
Boomer human.
Comment
Hate
down
what?
below who you hate more, Colton the human or Brand the character.
No. We love both of them.
says the lady engaged to one of them.
What?
It's cheating.
Biased.
There's
Biased.
both of them. I
I think the only way to even it out is to just have Starlet just fucking hate Brand. Just
Yeah. No, that checks out.
It's gotta be evened out.
yeah, just evil.
Viewers, you get to vote. Does
You've heard of
Scarlet
Cinderella.
Brand-
Now see a girl that actually just hates you.
Alright. I had this
Alright.
scene built for the
I'm ready for
trailer.
Bane.
Yeah, I had the scene built for the trailer, so I gotta rebuild it real quick.
My immersion.
Immersion.
It's very important to me.
My God.
Well, that lady did vanish though. That was just what she looked like vanishing.
She do be turning into a bug.
She do.
She do be
vanish.
talking all kinds of weird prophecy shit. Were half the things she even said actually words?
They
Alright.
were definitely words.
The day is Monday, March 29th, in the year of Paylor 765. You guys have experienced this weird session with this blue-skinned woman who told you parts of your past that nobody else really knew, visions of the future. Things have been very strange. Vi has passed out. You have carried her for about 20 minutes, heading back towards the city on, Tatho's shoulder, and you see she comes back to life, and Tatho puts her down for a second, and this is the situation you find yourself in.
Vay, what happened?
Where
Are you
where
okay?
Is she? Where is she?
She's gone.
Gone? What do you mean gone? Where
She kind of poofed.
where are we? No. No. She can't be gone. No.
No, yeah, she left.
Which way? Which way did she go?
Just like through a wasn't it like through a portal or something? How did she?
I'm going back. I'm going back. And I'm gonna start trying to walk towards the direction of the wormwood.
No. We need to go back.
No, you don't understand. I need to talk to her.
She's not there anymore. She's gone.
She can't not be there, Starlet. No.
We can't have any way to find her.
I have to find her!
Do you know who she is?
No, but she knows who I am!
I mean, she kind of seemed to know who all of us were.
Yeah, I think that especially rings true for Scarlet as well.
Yeah, Scarlet's kind of
those
just
words
quiet.
kind of yeah.
Yeah, they cut through Scarlet.
No, she can't be gone.
No. Look, I think
I'm gonna collapse on my knees.
Yeah,
Scarlet will kneel down next to her.
So long.
This has been a lot. I think the best thing is to go get some rest and maybe try to find her later. But I think all of us could use a minute to kind of process through all of this.
Vay, do you remember what all she said? Ooh.
She knew who I was. My circle. She knew me. All my life I've been trying to find myself and what I am, and she knew, and now she's gone.
I know.
I mean, we found her once. We can do it again, right?
I mean, it feels like she came after us.
Charles might be here.
He's here but muted,
Yeah.
from what I can see.
Car. But I mean, I am pulling it into my apartment, so
All right.
if you give me 1 second, I can actually jump into on
Let's
the
go.
PC. I'm sorry,
Let's-
break RP.
Let's go ahead and take a break, and then Charles just try to hop in, and we'll fill you in, and then we'll keep going.
All right, that'll work.
All right. For people watching, we're gonna take a tavern break. Fill Charles in so he can be part of this drama. We will be back shortly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo.
All right. Oh, why are you
I
sending me
do
Guilty Gear
anything.
clips? I just saw that. I was like, oh shit.
Do
DM.
anything.
Yeah, so you, just to catch everybody up, what just happened, you guys, Vey has woken up from unconsciousness. Tatho had put her down. She's saying, I need to go visit the woman. She knows who I is. Scarlet is like, oh, me too. You can't do it. And here we are.
No. All these years. All this time. She's gone. My one chance to learn something. One. A dust in the wind.
I don't really know what to say about all this, actually. Y'all are associated with the stars, associated with her, past and present. What are you? Or what are you for your family?
Vey standing up, fighting bad tears, will say, I can't speak for all of you, but I can explain what I know when we get back to the fort.
Remember, I just wanted to just be part of the army, man. What? Now she's telling me that I'm gonna be elevated to sit amongst y'all, amongst the stars, and what the?
I don't.
Yeah,
know.
we're all a little lost on it.
I don't think. I don't know my own background. Like I don't know who my parents are or where I'm really from. So I don't. She also knows who I am somehow, and I don't really know what to do about that now. But we should get back.
Yeah.
Could drop off the wormwood and go back to the fort.
I think
There's gotta be some. Maybe the druids know who she is. Like maybe we can find out who she even is. Because I don't even know. Do you know who? Vey, do you know who she is?
No. I don't.
If she's of the swamp, maybe the druids know something about her, and we can start figuring out how she knows about us, what she knows about us, and we can start there.
Yeah, I suppose it's a good place as any, huh?
I don't mean to try to split anybody up or nothing, but I don't know how long that plant stuff lasts, so I don't know if maybe KK and Brand need to go run that to the Brotherhood or.
Well, I think we need to go to. I just want to go see the druids. I guess
Yeah.
this is.
I think everybody has their, your interests are valid. How about we go ahead and we at least split that? Vey, can you actually walk, or do you need me to aid you over there as well?
I can walk fine. I'm fine.
Brand
I'm fine.
goes, no, I must work. I must go and work. I'm going to the fort. And KK goes, yeah, I got some people I gotta talk to as well. You guys do what you're gonna do. So everybody heads back to Rougeford.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think we're going to the druids.
Yeah.
Okay. It is late evening as you approach. Brand and KK quietly make their leave. KK just peels off and doesn't really say much of what she's doing. Brand heads straight back to Fort Marshall. and it is now the four of y'all into the Sunrise District.
And we had came back to drop off the
Well,
talk
we
to-
were coming back to talk to the druids. As well.
Yeah, the wormwood needs to be dropped off to the alcohol brotherhood directly.
yeah. Okay.
So yeah, you guys arrive after a long trek, about an hour or so, to the Sunrise District of Rougeford. You're all kind of dirty, muddy, mentally shook, and you head to the greenhouses of Nature's Trinity. The druids here have three main factions. There is Obad-Hai's Arboretum. There is Alona's Nursery, and there's Biori's Greenhouse. So there are three distinct areas. Which of the three are you trying to hit?
Do we know which building the druid we talked to when we got here was part of?
Yes, that's what I was gonna say too.
That was at Obad-Hai's Arboretum.
I would suggest we go there.
Yeah, that's
That was the one who gave you the directions to Wormwood.
yeah.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
Oof there. Bloop, bloop.
That where we go.
Oof.
Oops. Yeah, so you guys enter the Arboretum. It is the same as you were before. They have very clearly marked paths where you're supposed to walk and other paths that are just for nature, very rare vegetation specimens. And as you walk in, you see the gentleman Lictas, who is a young druid who normally gets the wormwood, wakes up or looks up and goes, "Oh, hey, how'd it go, guys?"
We need to talk to you. And someone else, maybe, depending on what you know.
Oh, did you guys not find it?
We found it. We also found
Found a whole lot more.
person out there.
Yeah.
That person? Like, was it like
Less
one
of a
the
person, I
rogue
think more of
druids,
a-
or
We're not
Scarlet
entirely
looks over
sure.
at Vay.
I think that's what
He
we're
was-
trying to find out.
She seemed to be some form of druid, maybe sort of swarm or something. Bluish skin. Spoke of prophecies and divinations. She was immensely powerful. I could feel it.
divinations and prophecies and druid? Yeah, I gotta say, you guys have me stumped. Seems a little
Was
vague.
there anyone that has reported anything like this out there? Anything?
Person? Like a woman? No, I mean, we have, like, the Rougarous that people have been
She-
reporting, but those are definitely
Definitely.
animal-like.
She had
Definitely not a
she had a
room.
creature. Some sort of living plant in humanoid form. Anything? Nothing. Surely you
I mean,
have to
is-
have something. This
Is there
this-
any kind of like powerful mage or something that lives out there that
Not that I know of. I mean, if you guys want, you can talk to the Archdruid here. I can see if he's available.
yes.
Okay,
If we
yeah.
could.
Let me see. He's a little grumpy, so let me see if I can get him to talk to you guys.
He's a grumpy Gus.
Oh, like grumpy girls.
Yeah, so he walks off, talks to a gentleman for a while, and you see he like kind of begrudgingly, "Oh, well, camera, please." Kind of begrudgingly walks over and goes, "Hello, how can I help you?"
Yes, my name is Vayani Taraliro of the Etnali in Apramia. And
Ekmali, good tribe.
you know of it.
No, surely. you guys command a good bit of power over in Apramia.
Yes, but that's not why we're here. My teammates and I, we saw someone out in the woods, maybe another druid, maybe circle of spores or something. She commanded this large inanimate plant, blue of skin. She spoke of prophecies and souls and circles and stars and a blue light. Is there anyone you know out in the woods like that?
Kind of goes, thinks back and goes, no, there are surely druids out there, but how far out did you go?
We went to the Wormwood.
Oh, yeah, they're further than that. They don't, they've left this area much alone. A woman, you say?
Yes.
He once again, steps back and considers his thoughts. He says all of his words with lots of purpose. He goes, well, living here as I have, people do talk about the hag. Though, it is but foolishness to me.
Who is she, though? What is she... Who is the hag?
I do not know. She is of no concern to me and my work. I leave that to the myths of the city. And its people.
Has there ever been any reports of this legend hurting anyone or interfering with the work that you and the other druids do?
I have not heard word about her or any of her activities since I have been alive.
I see.
And this dude's very matter-of-fact, very purposeful. And you see he kind of seems dismissive.
Kind of pointless question. Maybe probably doesn't go anywhere. How long have you been alive? That actually may come up in the future. I dare not offend. Just kind of maybe if we end up finding something and it happens, she hasn't done anything in a certain amount of years, might line up.
I have lived for 60 years.
All right, maybe we have something to go off of. Maybe something hasn't happened in 60 years more or more.
Yes, well.
And if anybody feels the need, you can roll insight or do whatever. But he seems.
Yeah, I would like to.
Yeah.
Bam. That's a 9, 11. I know
he
everything.
acts strange. It's hard to read.
It's hard to read. It's just that. So Scarlet speaks up. It's just that we met someone out there who seemed to have some kind of other knowledge of who we are and our pasts, and it was just strange.
Archdruid, may I show you something?
He looks over for a second, considers if he wants to say yes, and then goes, sure.
I'm going to pull out the contraption that the hag gave me. I'm going to pull it out of one hand, and as you see, as soon as I do, this thin, goldish, bluish, circular object kind of expands into a proper, almost like a globe, and begins spinning in my palm. She gave this to me. You wouldn't happen to know what this is, would you?
He looks at the device, takes a quarter circle, walks around it. This means nothing to me.
Yes, I see.
It sounds like this woman is a problem for the people and its culture. I stand for the nature and its bounty, I think it's best you question someone who cares about the people and its problems.
Yes, you're right. Kind of like averting eyes, and then I would like to give a very formal druid goodbye, farewell, in like the customs of my tribe.
Yeah. He looks down at you as you kind of take a bow, and he gives a slight one himself, in a very almost regal, but like very commanding way. Like
Yeah,
he
just like a
acknowledges.
Thank you for your time. We appreciate it.
Yeah, and he goes, I acknowledge your kind gesture of goodbye. So, and then he kind of just turns around and goes back to what he was tending to.
Well, that wasn't as helpful as I thought it would be.
Yeah, it's now rather late into the evening.
Suppose we should go get the wormwood back to the.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Yeah. So you guys head over to Riverfront.
Scarlet will go to Vey. Vey, you went to go see the historian around here, right? Earlier in the festival. I mean, maybe he knows something about the hag.
Maybe.
Turn around.
Should certainly talk to him tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't necessarily think that we should pester people late in the afternoon. Less after.
Well, not right now, but
yeah.
This is important to us. It's important to me.
You guys arrive at Riverfront. It is now, the sun has crested past the horizon. It is night. You knock and you see, kind of just politely walk in. And you see everybody kind of hanging around, kind of as they did before. And they go, "Oh, hey guys, did you get the wormwood?"
Yeah.
Yes.
We have the wormwood.
The cowboy gentleman behind the counter goes, "Hell yeah, brother. Let's go ahead and brew us some good stuff."
And Scarlet will hand over the wormwood, or whoever has the wormwood.
Yeah, you hand it over to the red dragonborn. He goes, "This is gonna be some good stuff, I can tell." And he smells it. He goes, "Oh yeah, that's good."
Oh gosh.
And then you see the Goliath woman from In Clear Spirit Traps. Now give it here. We are going to do it right. No need in bruising the plants. And she looks at you. You do a good job. Where's your other compatriot? As she says to you, Scarlet.
She had to go back to the fort. Some stuff came up. So we're delivering it.
Ah, okay.
We'll be around. We'll see you around for sure.
Please do. I enjoy the coin you spend.
Yeah.
And so you see, they all, like, once you guys have handed it off, they all kind of, like, there's a routine. They go and get the special keg, and he goes, "All right, I'm going to go ahead and start." And you can see, like, clockwork. Like, they go to what they do every year. They're all very excited about it.
Scarlet will ask, so we did have some questions, but we're kind of tired now, and so we could just come back later if that's cool with you guys. Or unless, do y'all want to do the questions now, or?
I mean, we're going to be up for a while here, Missy. You can just fire them off if you got them. Otherwise, I mean, you can come back as long as it's this week, because after that, shop's open and times get tough.
Yeah, that's true. Scarlet looks at everybody else. How are you guys? What do you guys think?
I kind of would like to go on and us to turn in, and we can come back, maybe tomorrow or the next day and take care of all this. But
or also, here's an alternative: we turn in, ask the questions. People, if they don't know, we give them time to do some research and think about it, and we come back either way. We may get the answers, and everybody sleeps because they're gonna be up anyway. Maybe in their drunken stupor, they might come together with something. It's up to y'all.
Saying ask them now and then just have them give us the answers later.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. That's fine with me. Scarlet will sort of give a rundown of the same questions that we had asked the
Restaurant?
yes, the
Cooperative?
restaurants. I believe that we had pretty much just asked them.
Yeah,
how
as you
they
kind of
felt.
word it, yeah, as you begin to speak it out, and they go, "Oh, we can just answer that here. It's no big deal."
Okay.
Yeah, they seem like pretty simple questions to these guys. I can just fire them off.
Yeah.
They rather just kind of be done, get back to their
Yeah. No,
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
what they were doing.
And just be like, we don't want to take any more of your time. We'll come back whenever everything is calmed down in the morning, and we'll get all our answers from there.
They're saying we could do them tonight.
Yeah, you can do it now.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Well,
I mean, we're gonna be up for a little bit, getting it ready. Yeah.
We just had a few. Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, you go.
I was just saying we had a few questions just about just your general positioning on things, like how you feel about the low magic crystals and what it's doing for the people around here.
Yeah, sure. Y'all surveying for the military?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Ain't no harm in that. Yeah. I don't know about you guys. And he looks to the other group of bartenders and store owners here, and he goes, "I think it's been a damn good time." And you see the red dragonborn goes, "Cheers to that." And she goes, and your Goliath lady goes, "Da. It has brought lots of business, and business is good." As she kind of wiggles a coin purse on her side, and you hear the coins jingle. And then the lady who does the wine's like, "Yes, even where I'm at, people keep flooding. It's rising tide raises all ships," and they all kind of raise their glass to whatever they were drinking individually before that.
What about the war effort?
Yeah, I mean, I don't like to see nobody die. That ain't my business, but I don't know. Bad times mean a good reason to drink, and I mean, I don't like people telling us what to do. The others like, yeah, okay. They all kind of nod their head, and he goes, and which one? I'm sorry. Yeah, there's a dark-skinned human who then goes, "Yeah, and the barbers have been asking me to make some real rocket fuel stuff, saying that they're gonna help make some medicine or something with it. Strange to me. I'm happy to make the request if they're paying, though. But I mean, we're doing. They said they wanted some really high-proof stuff." Something to help with the war effort, but we've been sending our rations over to those guys, and soon we're gonna be up in production. And the Dragonborn goes, "Yeah, we've been asked to help get a lot of ale," and the lady from the Rum Libre goes, or the gentleman from Rum Libre goes, "Yep, rum too. The sailors love rum." And we've been making as many barrels as we can because apparently alcohol travels a little bit better on water than water, ironically. So we're doing what we can, and it's good for calories, keeping people full on those long ship journeys. You guys got any other questions?
That's what Scarlett's going through her little notepad book, looking for the questions that she had asked the restaurateurs, but I think that's pretty much what we asked them. Do y'all remember anything else?
I'll be up in the
Trying to-
Operation Rougarou
Yeah,
docket.
I'm trying to look.
Yeah.
I'm trying to pull that up. Find the link.
Here, I got it. I'll post it in the Investigator Squad.
Okay.
Okay, too.
Thank you, sir. Turbo nasty.
It's like the first thing under actions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Are there any immediate dangers?
I mean, I feel like we
I
asked
think that's
both
it, yeah.
those questions. I feel like we can answer both those. Yeah,
So,
no, I think that's... Go ahead.
Well, just one more thing, if you don't mind. You know, y'all have a lot of people that come through your businesses, and you know the alcohol makes them kind of talk a little bit more. And just curious if you've heard anybody having any kind of raucous dissent about these different crystals, or just mad at the war. You know, maybe just personal reasons with their family or whatnot.
I mean, you hear some people every once in a while saying that people don't need to go out there dying for nothing. Yeah, they don't think the crystals are all that, but most people here that they're in the city for them.
I just mean, like, are any of them just kind of like regular troublemakers that you have to deal with? Like, you see them come in, you kind of recognize that they're going to be a problem beforehand.
Nah, most people. I make people fucking take it out of my damn bar, and the Goliath lady goes, "Duh, throw them out." He goes, "Yeah, most troublemakers, they come in here for the drinks, but they go out for the talks."
All right, well, I think that's everything I got. Kind of looks at everybody else.
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
I think that's it.
I speak for all of us when I say y'all did us a great service. Thank you for your time. I'm ready to get fucked up. So you go ahead and lock the door on your way out. We're gonna be working on this.
Y'all have fun.
Hell yeah, sister. So yeah, y'all head out. Y'all heading back to the fort, presumably.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
It's like late now.
Yeah.
I need to change the music because it is no longer festival time. You head back. It is late. Like, we're probably pushing, a good bit past midnight. And you get back to your quarters, and you walk past where the Black Iron Bandits usually go, and it's rather ruckusy. And you hear tinkering in there. You don't pay it too much mind, and then you head back to your quarters, and you distinctly see that Brand nor KK are here.
Well,
I mean, I don't know about y'all, but I don't really know if I'm gonna get much sleep tonight after all this.
same.
Is there anything anybody kind of wants to talk about? Since I feel like there's a lot out in the open now, but I also feel like there's a lot that's still kind of unspoken.
I'm not trying to be angry or anything like that, but everyone has their reservations. I mean, I haven't said everything about me.
Well, I mean, I don't expect everyone to be a biography on their life, but recent events, I think things are a little bit more.
I do. If you do have any knowledge about your connection with the stars or whatever she said, Or should I put it more simply, possibly your family history or past or anything? Brand would also probably need to be here for that as well. I guess go ahead and put it out there.
Scarlett's sweating. You can see Scarlett sweating. Like she seems very nervous about things.
I'm putting these things in front of the windows, and those are your wind chimes that you made.
Wind chimes.
Put them in the center windows.
Those are the ones that Vay made, right?
Vay and Yaros both made one.
Cute. I am not in the right. There we go.
The woman spoke about a curse on my bloodline and something about that we crossed her generations ago. And to be completely honest, I've never heard of anything like that from my folks. It's
Hey, might need to take a note from me. Right home and start asking for some truths.
yeah. No, I mean I agree. I'm a little concerned that maybe my folks don't even know, and it goes back far enough to where whoever dropped the ball is not around anymore. But I kind of hesitated to bring this up beforehand, but a few nights ago, I'd say a few nights, it was a little bit back, there was an incident at night. I really don't know how to describe it, other than my body changed on me. I was pretty worked up about it.
What happened?
I mean, I didn't really have a mirror or anything like that, and I kind of tried to stay hidden to not cause any sounds and disturb y'all's sleep, but it kind of reminded me of how these people talk about these legends of the Rougarou, but I mean, I was still me. I wasn't.
Yeah, you didn't lose your sensors or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, all I did was pull the covers over me so y'all wouldn't have to notice any of it. But as he kind of pulls the medallion out from under his shirt, this necklace my dad gave me before I left. He said it was a old family heirloom, but it felt like it was burning to the touch when all of that happened, and whenever the woman in the swamp kind of lifted the curses, as she kind of explained it, it felt like that was what she was talking about.
So it's like a curse?
No, more like the act of my body involuntarily changing on me, I think was where she was getting, more so than the medallion itself. One of the things that was concerning me was it was the last full moon, which kind of tied into all the Rougarou ghost stories, and I was gonna try to maybe figure out a way to seclude myself, but tomorrow night is another one, and I'm not exactly sure what's gonna happen.
But you still felt like yourself, though, right?
But yes, that's right.
Given all this stuff right now, I don't want you
something
to actually lock away.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. Given everything that has actually gone down, does us no good to have us all locked away, if definitely for trying to not keep secrets. does us absolutely no good.
Yeah, no, if you're okay, like if this change doesn't, I don't know, if you're still you, then I think that you don't have to lock yourself away.
It's just there's a lot there's a lot that I don't know or understand about it, and the last time was the first time I've ever experienced anything like that, so I don't know if it's gonna happen again, and if it does, I don't know if it'll be the same or if it's gonna be lesser or if it's going to be more severe. It's all a question.
Hey,
Then
man.
You should stay with us through it, I think.
I'm gonna be honest. It's gonna be kind of fucking cringe. Power of friendship will actually carry you through, man. We'll make sure we got you, man. Maybe we'll not be able to call each other friends, but we should be able to at least, cover you during this. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, if anything happens, we got you, man.
Yeah. You'll be safe with us here.
I appreciate that. I really don't want to hurt anybody.
All right. If that's all of Yaros, next. Anybody else got something to say?
Next.
Jesus Christ.
Hello, my name is Yara.
Hi, Yara.
I've been prophecy free for 4 hours now.
Not same.
Well, so part of what she was saying about me, was about my magic, actually. I can just do magic, she says. I don't need my spell book or crystals or anything. I just have been pretending to use them, but magic comes pretty naturally to me.
I would say Vey knows that that's strange, and I think the other two understand that it's like, wait, you can't do magic. Like, you guys understand that's weird.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say, so isn't that kind of what Vey does though? I'm sorry, I don't really understand the whole.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I've only heard about wizards in storybooks and the fact that they use books, and then sometimes people talk to people to get their powers, and sometimes people just shoot shit out their hands. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, yeah.
My magic is different. I draw on energy from the nature and the world around me, and I channel it, focus it. It sounds like you might do the same, but from a different source?
It's from me, is the only way I can explain it. When she sent that light into me, it was this like font of power within me was where it was coming from, which is all I've ever known, but it's a lot of magic, and I've hurt people before using it, so it's not something that I take lightly or can use easily because of that. But this woman has shown me that that I can't be afraid of it. I mean, you all heard what she said to me.
Yeah.
And that isn't the only thing. I'll be honest, that isn't the only thing. But I don't know if I'm entirely ready for that at the moment.
That's understandable.
I appreciate that.
Well, I mean, maybe this magic is like a muscle. You gotta work it out to eventually be able to control it to make it, jump, And he does make his chest jump and biceps kind of jump a little bit.
Scarlet will smile when he does that. She'll be like,
Can't believe you're flirting with the people in your platoon.
I'm not flirting!
She's emotionally vulnerable.
Damn.
Damn, shorty, that's crazy.
And I
Look
mean,
at these titties bounce.
the Terry Crews special. No,
You ever go to the club and just hit on the crying girl, bro?
Oh, no!
I've been yeah.
Oh my God.
no!
Oh my
You've been
God.
to
Dixie, the place where it actually happens.
Oh no.
Jesus Christ.
Dixie
Oh
daycare.
no. Scarlett's like, yeah, I need to, I need to stop being so afraid of it and just practice and meditate on what I've seen. Honestly, that's how I've made progress before, and I just need to. It's a muscle for sure.
well, you lived in a school before this, right? So there's kind of always people
Yeah.
around.
Yes.
Because he kind of like gestures out the window. He's like, because we got a whole lot of open swampland out there that you wouldn't have to worry about anybody being around or being, afraid of hurting anybody out there.
That's true. That's true. It's easy to confine yourself again to the way things have always been and feeling like people are always going to be watching. But yeah, there's more freedom here. You're right.
And if they do watch, let them fucking watch.
Well, I don't know.
The folk around here,
My powers have not been well received in the past, so the secret of my magic and of yours probably too, Yaros, is probably going to need to be kept between us.
Yeah.
Between our group.
I just wanted to say that it kind of seems like a lot of the folks around here don't wander out into the swamps, apart from the river paths or the certain already made areas that they go to. So I think it keeps most of the eyes. I wouldn't worry too much about it out there.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
But Mr. Muscle over here, as he kind of looks up at Tatho, is there anything you needed to get off your chest?
Absolutely. I think. Oh my God! I'm actually gonna leave the shirt on today. I think it's best to have the star map over here. Definitely be the last one to go, because I think she's probably gonna have the most to say. But it's not anything grand. Pretty much, I think you all have already heard that parents run a bakery now. They used to be, father used to be a blacksmith. As far as how any of this links into what happened today, not too sure, given the fact that my thing was a little bit different from y'all's. Y'all were already predestined, as I was just picked up, kind of like on the street.
Don't think anything of it. I don't want this.
I mean, in one weird way, you could say, you know what, it's just gutter trash on the street. Let me just dust it off and, and put it on the shelf. In other ways, it's like, this is an opportunity to prove myself. And I mean, who's to say that what proving myself doesn't change the Wild Heart name? Because it has been pretty tarnished, which brings me to my next point.
Well, if I may interject for just a second, I mean, y'all know I grew up on a farm, and it's usually only the ready and the fruitful things that get picked up.
That's true.
Oh,
That's true.
wise words.
Which, I mean, I will segue to this. I think after all this, with all this stuff, whatever comes back in those letters I sent, by the way, I sent back letters to my folks, because we're trying to basically figure out that this is why I was telling Yaros that I think it's time to figure out some truths in his family, because they're coming back to bite him in the ass, and maybe me as well. So I don't know, there were some dealings in the dark that my father may have done, maybe some bad people that came back and ruined his business by ruining him. So things have, obviously got a little hard on us, and had basically become the man of the house, and then decided to join the army. So I'm not giving you my backstory in general, but just saying that's all I really have. Nothing too great, no star family or anything like that, so that's it, basically. Oh, yeah. No more secrets, right? I went to the library and I have books and I study at night whenever y'all are not paying attention.
Aww. Do you need help studying? Does that help?
No. I think I've been pretty good on my own, but if I have any questions, it's so much easier to honestly be able to have it open and ask some questions. But just don't help me. Don't help me though. Sometimes if I'm over here about to break the table, let the table get broke.
Yeah. I mean, we don't have to have any secrets about books or anything that we're reading or anything like that. And Scarlet looks over at Vay.
Star Map, you got something else to say? You got something to add, Star Map?
Is that your nickname now?
At least for me.
Vay is very lost in thought. Kind of zoned out this whole thing.
Yaros kind of snaps towards her. Hey, Vay, you here? Not like interface, but like in that direction.
What?
Not gonna be that much of a dick.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good.
It's just a lot to.
Yeah. No.
Think about.
It is. Is there anything you needed to or wanted to talk about before we all sit in our beds and?
Well, we could probably just go ahead and we could sit down and do like a little powwow. They'll sit on the ground in a circle, light some candles.
I suppose if we are going to be working together, I should be more forthcoming about why I'm here. Oh God, how do I put this? I'm not human. At least
you don't say.
Well, neither.
Not like points to Scarlet. Not like you, at the very least.
Scarlet sweats. Scarlet's moist with sweat.
Points for ears.
Listening with sweat.
My people, the Eknali, we are something known as Kalashtar. Long ago, a tribe of humans bonded with extraplanar entities known as Quarry, and they share two souls in a body. And that's what I am. My people, we've always shared a connection to these beings known as Quarry. And
Wait. You got somebody in your head?
What is that? You have two souls?
It's hard to explain, and I don't understand the details of it myself that much. But essentially, they are part of me, a form without form, living within me, in my mind. I share its experiences when I sleep. I use its knowledge in its ability to coerce with others. I appear human, but there's something else inside. It's not harmful or anything. I don't know of anyone that's had a violent or malevolent quarry. But they do give us visions, memories of their past life, things that they know.
So
And
is he like, is it like here? It's like, is it talking to you like right now, or do you like always feel it?
no, it is not. It's not an entity that we converse with in the waking world. We really only speak with our quarries in our dreams, or lack thereof. We don't dream, or our dreams are replaced with memories from the past life of the quarry. But we can sense urges. And
So like the intent of of the thing inside you, that's the passenger.
intense moods, reactions, even sometimes.
So it's aware of everything you're observing.
I don't know what's all it knows.
Okay.
It does not control me, though. It's not something that I'm subjugated to its will. It's more we are two halves of the same whole. Two spirits intertwined in one body. And mine, when I first met it told me to come here.
So it has business here?
I suppose I should also speak on the other aspects you saw.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't be mean, Tatho. Don't be mean, Tatho.
I'm not being mean, but I'm just
Don't
like.
be aggressive. Don't be aggressive. Don't be aggressive.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're all kind of dealing with a lot.
No, it's fine. I'll be fine.
Literally,
whenever you're
Like, it's fine. Everything is fine.
when
Internally bleeding.
when you reach a certain age as a druid, you undergo a ceremony. We called it the Doodle Notes.
That's an interesting name. I haven't heard of that.
Is it like the top?
Gotta check Google
Wait,
Notes.
what exactly are you looking for?
The naming of the circle is what they call it.
Oh.
This is where a druid is assigned what circle they are, how they will serve the land. Some are assigned to be circles of the land and share a connection with the earth itself. Others, circles of the moon, they share a connection with all animals underneath guiding moonlights, and others can even be circles of shepherds, able to train and master animals like a legendary druid known as Orion, a great hunter. Others still, circles of wildfire, able to burn away that is old, to give room for that which is new. All of these are well-known circles with vast and ancient histories, except mine. I'm not like those. I was designated Circle of the Stars.
And ain't no beast serving no spatial entities or
that's-
nothing like that, huh?
And that's what she was talking about with the stars, right?
Yes, this is not a line of service for some celestial entity, but this is what she was talking about. Mine is an ancient circle. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say she did specifically refer to the collective group of y'all as the Circle of Stars as well.
Oh.
It's an old, much older than anything I had ever heard of, or almost anyone in my tribe have ever heard of, but it's said that their power comes from the stars themselves.
Yeah, just to interject one more time, you are part of the Circle of Stars, and she called you and your Circle of Stars. She also collectively called the group Circle of Stars, and that does pin you as extremely strange. That context doesn't make any sense to you.
Yeah. I was gonna.
Yeah.
You're gonna get there.
I was gonna get there.
It's a long road. We got some.
I have a
walking to do.
70-page backstory.
Are you serious?
He's gotta
No.
get through it one page at a
Like,
time.
Yeah, who do you think he is? Me?
And it's an ancient circle, almost unheard of. And
What is that?
they're said to have been able to divine futures, things forthcoming, things that have come. History and the ever unknowing presence and future. They were able to gleam it through the effects of the constellations on the Earth. So to not only know of the circle, but to designate you, non-druids, pardon my offense, as such, it's very foreboding.
Maybe it.
Well,
I mean, maybe it means something different. Like maybe it's like.
maybe it's because
Like
you're gonna
double.
need some damn help. That's what it fucking sounds like to me.
I don't know.
Sounds like you got a tall task and you're gonna need a lot of damn help. And you're gonna need help in more than just in druidic ways.
I don't know. I was designated a Circle of Stars when I was very young, and I spent most of my teenage years looking into it, learning about it. I wasn't able to find much, and that was when I met my quarry. Normally you meet your quarry when you're younger, shortly after your druidic circle naming. Or shortly before, rather. But mine didn't appear until about a month ago. And it told me to come here, as it foretold a tragedy.
With that, leaving on that note, we're going to take a quick tavern break. As you see, Addle has just joined. And he's going to walk into that statement.
Oh,
So
shit.
Connor, remember what you just said, and we'll get back to it. To everybody,
Yeah, okay.
we'll be back with the tavern break.
I'm gonna go pee.
Like a parfait, because
And hopefully, in this conversation in which I have found myself in this break, we go back to the game, and you all guys see KK walk through your door, or I should say, probably stumble through your door. And Connor, would you like to repeat that last sentence that you had said?
And my quarry told me to come here. It told me of a tragedy. Something that would befall this place.
KK kind of like pulls a red scarf off. Is this a bad time?
Oh hell no! This is the perfect time. Come sit your ass down.
For what?
We're sharing secrets. It's secret sharing time.
Not really. Not like that. It's more like the fact that we've all gone through a lot of stuff, and I think in order for the unit to work together, we kind of need to know everything.
Well, I mean, I don't know if no one would. The lady told us a lot of things, and we're just talking about that and what that means, really. You don't have to.
Yes, you do.
If you don't want, I didn't say everything.
KK looks like she's sobering up.
Close to my,
well, then you're a horrible, filthy fucking liar still.
Why
anyway.
would you say that?
Wow, on the attack out of nowhere.
You have no idea what it's like.
I'm messing.
No idea what's happening.
I'm messing. I'm just saying that I think that the best course of action is to at least put out some of the information that may be in line with what she had said. That might actually be. So you're not telling your life story. Although mine was my life story, because I don't really know how it connects to anything besides what she just said.
She's furrowing her brow. You've never seen anybody look more unenthusiastic about anything ever.
Scarlet, Scarlet will. Wait, are you like in the doorway still? Like,
yeah,
sort of
she's
looking
still
at us
in the
sitting
doorway.
in this circle.
So she kind of like.
Scarlet will pat
up.
the ground next to her. Just sitting crisscross applesauce on the ground.
I'm glad I'm drunk for this.
Are you fucking drunk? Are you goddamn it?
There's no shame.
Yeah,
There's no shame here in the crisscross
applesauce. I'm not
shaming.
I'm just saying that, you know.
That sounded like a very judgmental tone of voice.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah,
this guy right here, judging, absolutely not, man.
She kind of half falls into her spot on the ground.
Anyways, it warned me of a tragedy that would befall this land, and shortly afterwards, all land. And despite my reservations, I came here to try to stop it. That prophecy she mentioned was part of it. You see Vade kind of takes a deep breath, closes her eyes, and with her eyes closed, reads out, almost in like a disconnected voice, a phrase you heard the woman say. When the land circles the sun, a great blue light cast away from the stars will come to be. You and your circle must dim the light to darkness.
Cool. This is pretty cool.
Vay has 2 souls, and her other soul told her that.
Yeah.
TLDR.
Oh, that's pretty intense.
Yep.
She's got a little writer thing inside of her, which I think is completely fucking badass, by the way.
I mean, it's cool. It's
I was given this. She takes out the contraption again. As soon as she takes it out of her bag, it's sort of like folded up. She kind of like twitches her palm, and it opens up, and the cards are starting to spin around it. I think I'm not sure how to use it, but I think it has to do with my circle. Look here, and she points to different symbols on the cards. These are, I think, constellations. Whatever this is, my quarry referred to it whenever I passed out as his map of stars.
Wait, silly question, maybe because of me being, resident idiot, maybe. But do you think that, like, eventually we'd figure out that maybe in that what you have there, we would represent it as constellations or something like that? Or is that, am I smoking too much hash or whatever?
Yeah, probably.
In my very few studies that the Etnali have, most druids have some sort of focus, a means to channel their magic. I think this might be mine.
That's super old.
If not mine, my quarry's. He did claim it was his, and that she was giving it back to him, not to me.
But it is also yours, though. Like, if this soul is part of you, then it's also still yours, you know?
Yes, it just wasn't mine before, but
Yeah.
it's mine now.
Mhm.
I'm not sure how to use it, but I can't help but think that these are all related to the warning.
I mean, I think we're definitely all... I mean, it seems like we're all connected, and all of our stories are now connected with the Circle of Stars stuff. If we're also your circle, which is what she said.
I suppose, I don't know, doesn't... It's strange. A circle is not... It's not like a group. It's
But
not
like
a
we're
tribe.
we're like sitting in a circle, though.
Oh my god.
Scarlet,
right.
Please,
She's
this is not... Is this a joke to you?
No.
No, she's just making, his geometry statement.
I grow tired. Of this. Let us move forward a little bit.
But we're still sitting here, right?
All right. You know what? You want to move forward?
That wasn't
Let's
meant to be a
talk.
smart-ass comment.
Let's talk. What's up with you?
I'm drunk. That's what's up.
We'll throw up, get some of it out, and start talking.
No, why would I throw out? I've got good buzz going on. I got
a good punch in the gut. You might get things churning a little bit.
Wow. Okay, straight to violence. Yeah, we know. Okay. Let's I mean, I just went to a good party, you have a bonfire party, kind of chill out, because this is kind of a lot today.
Yeah.
Do a little celebration for small steps, little successes,
the little wins.
Yeah.
And no offense, you don't have to tell us everything, but at least give us something.
What do you mean, like something like
what she said about in reference to you? Is there anything that you can tell us that that way we can understand why she said what she said to you? Because like I said, TLDR, I don't have any connection to the stars, but every last one of you, she mentioned something.
KK is like staring at him with that drunk look when they're trying to like formulate something and they don't realize they're staring at somebody. I mean, I just had like this weird vision of like I have a cool glowing crystal gem, and I just saw a bunch of family, and that's kind of that's about it. I saw there's like it's sort of like a flashback, like when you're dying of you're just dying in general, and you have like the flashback. I think that's what that was.
I've never died before, so I don't know.
I mean, I haven't either. But I've heard.
And I immediately say,
it's like in all the comic books.
To his family, huh?
No, I don't. No, I'm good. I mean, I already write sometimes.
I don't think you're understanding. To write to your family, to get some sort of information, to glean any type of insight, on what she told you. Do you even remember what she told you? Are you coherent enough to even remember what she told
Oh,
you?
yeah, I remember. I'm just I remember. Come on.
All
I'm
right,
just,
all right.
you know,
Go ahead. Repeat it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I saw a bunch of family, like my life was flashing before my eyes, and then I had a cool glowing. I almost said geocrystal. I'm sorry. I have a cool glowing gem, and yeah, that was it. And I was like, oh, cool. I'm magic. I probably have magic powers, you know. So I decided it'd be cool to go celebrate.
So you don't think that any of those family members that you saw in that vision wouldn't have any information for you?
Well, I already talked to my aunt,
What type of conversation? I don't want to gleam in too much, but did you talk about the situation, or did you just tore up drunk with her?
Well, both. You can do both. I mean,
you can do both. You can do both from my limited experience.
Yeah, it's definitely a both kind of situation. I mean, she just said it's a really good sign. That's all. You know, it's really, 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 really good sign. You know?
No, actually, no. But I'm gonna act like I do know.
Yeah, you know, I probably just need to like go to church a little bit more and
no, I believe probably the way you've been living is just fine because she chose you the way you are. So I'm gonna be cute and tell you the way you are is just fine. Don't change it.
I mean, I wouldn't be.
Yeah, I mean, I think
she looks like she's trying to figure out if that was something that she shouldn't have said. She's thinking really hard. She's doing that like visually hard thinking that a drunk does.
Yeah, I think no matter what we kind of want to believe after the things that she said, we're all going to be different people from this. So I don't think necessarily none of us need to change to be what is going to end up being needed.
Yeah, and I'm gonna, yeah, what she said. She's like busy trying to like hide her scarf now.
She's hiding the scarf.
She's hiding the scarf.
Can we check for it?
Yeah, you could check for it. It's a nicely embroidered scarf. You know.
It's just a scarf. Don't look at the scarf. Hide scarf.
It's got a skull on fire. It's you know, just normal scarf your aunt would give you.
So it's a skull on fire?
Yes.
Cool.
All right, a skull on fire.
Can I do... Wait, I didn't see that earlier today, did I, Tyler? Because I know that we saw lots of symbols today at the magic thing.
Skull on fire? No, you did not see that.
Can I think about what a skull on fire is?
Sure, make a
roll two things.
You can roll a thing. Which of the things are you trying to roll? You can do like Arcana, History.
I know Arcana better,
religion.
And she already said magic. I'm not good at religion or history very much, so I'm gonna go with Arcana.
Well, okay. Go ahead.
Bloop. Oh no. What happened?
Bloop.
Did it roll in? Where did it go? Oh, there.
Boop-a-da-bop.
19! I know everything!
He knows everything.
I know 1 point less than everything.
A skull on... You understand there is some very specific symbolism here, but you do not know what that symbolism is.
Scarlet will then just ask KK, what's the goal with the on fire thing? What's that about?
It's just something, you know, my aunt gave me.
Does it have to do with your magic?
Wait, you got magic too?
What?
I need to. She starts like stumbling up to her feet. Yeah, it's like that. Hold on, I need to go.
I don't
I
mean
need
to
to go
pry.
hit
I
the
was just I
latrine.
hadn't witnessed that, so I'm sorry that took me off guard.
She
I
was
ain't seen
escaping
you
the
in
room.
combat yet, but I pinned you as a
Wait,
rogue or something.
No, he
I
he didn't see anything in combat other than a gator mouth.
remember.
He needs to help. He needs to.
Yeah. So,
I gotta
Yeah.
help.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kate.
Yeah,
She
that's
was making
okay.
her escape from the room.
Oh no!
Look at you, just
She
like
locks
a rogue.
herself in the bathroom. She locks.
Yes.
Just like a rogue.
Kid got
Okay,
a whole,
Maybe that was too much. Maybe I shouldn't have pushed so hard to get info from her.
Nah, that was actually healthy. You did a good job. You did a damn good job, actually.
It was certainly nicer than threatening to punch people.
I'm not fit to literally punch anybody. Jesus Christ. Do you think that that's actually the type of person who I am? I'm not
No,
an
but
angry
it's not.
meathead.
It's I'm just saying.
So, I don't mean to interrupt y'all. As he kind of points to the device that Vay has, it. Correct me if I'm wrong, Vay, but isn't that the sky for tonight?
What
Is
is
How
it?
in the hell? How in the hell
yes.
did you get? What?
They would know that. Yes.
Yes, it is. How did you know that?
I mean,
What is it that you're? What is your connection to the stars?
Before, but
Right, we spoke on it briefly, but I've shared my connection to the stars. What's yours? Is it the full moon thing you mentioned when you change?
no, that's more of a just now thing that's going on. It's just some family stuff. My folks have some traditions that we keep up. So
Traditions that require you to know the constellations of the stars on a given night.
require is a strong term. It's kind of something I picked up because of it. If that makes more sense, it's when you see something enough, you see patterns and you kind of make connections to things. But
So
you're just very familiar with the night sky?
yeah, my family it's kind of a thing we do, where we kind of take time to observe it. It's kind of like we all do it, but it's also like a personal thing. It's not a big deal. Don't really worry about it. I'm just curious if that thing changes with what's going on where we're at, or if it's kind of a stagnant timepiece for today, meaning something significant would have happened, which could have already been what has happened.
I don't think it's stagnant. I don't even think it's required to represent what's in the stars tonight. I think it's just a map of the stars themselves in its entirety, and this just happens to show the stars for tonight.
Oh, all right. Well, I don't mind to.
But
I don't mean to
more
make you paranoid or nothing. I was just
more
struck me as
more
odd.
study is needed at the very least.
More studying is required.
Khajiit has wares.
Build more pylons.
Oh my
I
god.
can't wait to buy my mic. If I do mic, so literally I can do that shit and actually sound professional with that shit. Oh my god.
You must
Alright,
construct
so-
additional pylon.
But yeah,
So,
good.
no, it's you.
No, I was saying, yeah, I just didn't mean to get anybody kind of anxious about anything. I was just, it stood out to me to a point where I thought it might be a thing. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to.
I mean,
work
I
anybody
don't.
up.
I don't think that's. I don't think that's too far off from I don't think that's too crazy a thing to think, Totho. I mean, we did.
I'm not.
Have-
Tato
we
didn't
did
say
have
that. Yaros
like-
did.
I'm so sorry, Yaros. I'm sorry. I got names mixed
Look,
up.
he kind of like it's been a long day. Don't worry about it. I grew up with a lot of siblings, so I'm used to getting called the wrong name every once in a while.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Ends up being like roll call, huh?
Yeah, and it's always in chronological order. You know, it's funny how that works. It's funny
So-
because it's accurate. Anyway,
It
If
is.
No.
You guys have spent much of the night dishing out about everything that's happened. It's been chaotic, and you see the sun begin to rise in the horizon. You have spent
Fun.
all night talking.
Whew. Well, that's the sunrise now, huh?
That's a wasted day of studying I could have done. I need to get on to the 4th grade set of books at some point.
Quite officially, the day is Tuesday, March 30th, in the year of Paylor 765.
All right. Well, I don't think we should be out like this. We should try to get at least some rest, unless we're pulling a 24-hour, and we have to because our duty tells us to.
no, I mean, no.
Do we have a day off today? Like,
I mean, from
'Cause it's-
my understanding, it's kind of at our own kind
our
of
own
leisure
discretion.
to investigate these different groups. So I think we can take some time if needed. And if not, I'm sure they'll let us know about it.
Yeah, they certainly will.
So,
um,
go ahead.
never mind. I'm good.
I was gonna escort y'all to sleep. Y'all
Yes.
y'all decide that even though the sun's up, you're gonna get some amount of rest until the sun peers through your windows and you can no longer take it. So you all retire to your own beds. Bran never showed up. He stayed out all night. KK kind of came, got drunk, left. She's kind of unknown, but you all retire for the night. And it is now. You sleep through the morning, and you get into the part where the day where it's getting pretty warm and the brightness of the sun is just too much to ignore. It's probably like 12 going on to 1 o'clock, just past noon, when you kind of all notice that the rest of you are also wrestling awake.
Scarlet gets up, I guess.
Yeah, and just to kind of center or let you guys know, the actions y'all have, you can take from here. You can go and investigate the conservationist or the distributors. That's the next part of the Rougarou quest. You also can just take a couple days to hone the skills that you've gotten. That's also an option you have. Or you can do whatever the fuck you want. I don't know. I'm not your mom.
We raise the place to the ground with our newfound power.
Burn it all down, Peter.
Burn it!
Beta!
Scarlet, I feel like Scarlet might want to spend some downtime honing her, like, skills, is what I think that she would like to do. But if everyone else wants to start working on the rest of the Rougarou stuff, then she'd join them, I guess. What do y'all want to do?
I mean, I think it's a good day for everybody to kind of just feel out different things everybody wants to do rather than go after the operation, just for today at least, in my opinion. But I mean, it's up to y'all, really.
I'd like to poke around at the museum or maybe some antique shops and see if I can find anyone that knows anything about this.
Go with you, Vay. And then I'm going to go to the swamp and meditate.
Okay. So they're gonna go do that, and then they're gonna go both peel off to do their own individual studies. Yaros and Tatho, what are your plans for the day? You each have ways to hone your own thing, if that's what you're choosing to do.
You know what? I've been wondering. Is there any way you could show me what your father has taught you at all?
I mean, I can try. I mean, he showed me a little bit with a sword, but I think because of my build, he showed me how to use a little bit more about speed rather than strength. But I think your build's a little bit better for that. But I mean, I can show you what I know, and I don't know, maybe you can see your own ways to incorporate it. But...
Absolutely. Then after that, care to test our grid against each other?
Yeah, no, that sounds like something we can do for a day, and I mean, at least it'll help get my mind off of everything for at least a little bit.
Cool. Does me the same thing. Meet me out there at the little practice yard, and let's get after it.
High noon.
Meet me outside.
It's high noon.
Yeah, right as y'all kind of say that, KK walks in.
KK.
Hey.
You feeling all right? You kind of
swing some shit. You coming?
Swing what?
This goddamn sword right here. What the hell you think?
I mean, I'll come watch.
I mean,
for context, they're talking about what they want to do, and most people, Vay's going to the museum. Everybody else is kind of honing the skills that they think they can reach after talking with her. So we're just figuring out what they want to do for the day.
Scarlet was gonna go with Vay to the museum too for a little bit before honing her skills. You want to come to the museum with us?
Yeah, I'll go do that because I mean all my services are at night anyways. So.
All right. So we're gonna head over to the Sunrise District. It's midday. You know, it's probably 1:30, 2 o'clock now. I always gotta get myself orientated. Alright. Get them orient tots.
I'm just waiting on
I feel
the
like them
DM.
is easier with these bots approach these days, personally, but...
Shut the fuck up. Oh my god.
Nah, dude, we hanging and slanging down here in Texas, you know what I'm saying?
Jesus Christ.
Going Rambo today, boys.
Taking that wide step every once in a while because of humidity.
Oh my god.
Oh, there ain't nothing different than swamp nuts. I'll tell you what, boy.
Jesus
Emily understands what I mean.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Boob sweat is quite a thing. So.
Boob sweat is a thing.
The humidititties.
Humidititties. That's good.
All right, so we have split up down gender lines here on this day. The girl squad of KK, Vay, and
Girl squad.
Yeah, KK, Vay, and Scarlet have made their way to the museum. You go in, and it's relatively empty. And you, what's this fucking? Gotta pull up my spreadsheet.
He's our special boy. Or no, he's just Vay's special boy, I think. I don't think that any of us have
Vay's
met
the only
him.
person who's been here.
One of my best friend.
Your BFF.
Finley Wright.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, you found it before I did.
Finley.
Yeah, so you walk in and you see Finley Wright's removing a painting, one of the paintings that you had saw off the wall, and you can see things are a little bit here and there as he kind of puts down the presentation. Because, you know, like, museums typically have a lot of the stuff in the back, so he's putting a lot of things, putting out different displays, and you see he turns around and goes, "Oh, hello there, miss.
Yes.
Surprised to see you back."
Yes, it's now a bad time. I wanted to ask you something. An artifact that I recently acquired. I want to know if maybe you know what it is.
No. Today, every day is a great day. And he puts the painting kind of back on just so it's standing somewhere, and he kind of gets off the step stool and slowly walks over and goes, "So, what is it that you have?"
I found this while on a military inspection, and she takes the thing out very carefully, trying to make it not like hover, like just very plainly, like trying to like activate it and turn it on without like make it seem like she's the one that's putting magic into it, right? Like it's old. I don't know how old, but older than anything I've seen.
Oh. Yeah, this is, I can't say I've seen anything quite like this. Are these stars? This is beautiful.
I think this is. I think these are stars, constellations, records of them, maybe. I know you know a lot about the history of this place, and I was wondering if you had any inclination what this is.
No, I know a lot about this place, but this thing sure does stump me. And you can see he's like really trying to look into it, and he kind of goes around and. No, this is a magical doohickey. This is above any. I mean, I don't recognize it from any of the old homes, like historically. I don't know. Maybe getting somewhere magically inclined to be a little bit better. Where'd you get this from?
We were on a military expedition into the swamp. We found it buried underneath several old vines, deep in the mud.
All right. He trusts you, so he's not gonna try to do any kind of insight deception here. He's gonna take it at face value.
Do you know anything about the hag that some people talk about, the like legend of?
Yeah, the Whistle March hag.
Yeah.
I literally wrote the book.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Tell us.
Yeah. I mean, they got copies over at the library if you want one. Let me see if I can pull my own
Oh,
copy.
he's like, I'm not gonna tell you. You gotta buy my book.
No, he said it's at the library. He didn't say it's at the bookstore. I mean, he goes, let me pull my copy out real quick.
That's true.
He goes over to like a bookshelf and pulls it out, blows it. The dust kind of comes and kind of flips through it. Yeah, look, and you see like he flips through. It's a lot of words, and eventually gets to an illustration of a woman with blue skin and these horns, and he kind of just slips right past it. He goes, yeah, the legends go back pretty far, all the way back to when the outside powers, kind of when she started coming in.
Could we go back to the picture?
Oh yeah. This is all from talks and interpretations, but and he flips back and. I mean it's nowhere near exact, but like the general details are there. Yeah.
Gotcha. So, no one's seen her though, right? Or.
I mean, it's been, 1,000 years probably since someone claimed to have seen her right on, but she's one of those legends around here, like, if people believe that Rougarous exist, people kind of know she's real. Like, she is deep in the culture here. Like, everybody feels the hag around here.
What does that mean?
I don't know. It's kind of like, I can't see magic, but I know it's here. Right? Like, I mean, some of y'all here look like you're a little bit magically inclined. You got rods and books and and whatnot. It's one of those, I don't know, natives just kind of, in almost a sense of faith.
Okay. So how did she become a part of this place? When did she become a part of y'all's culture? I mean, I guess you said for like 1,000 years, but
Well,
what's her deal? What's her
a thousand years is a bit of an exaggeration, but she's been here longer than we've been here as people, and probably the druids who lived here natively, as far as the legends go. I mean, her only real claim to fame and history is actually, and he points to the picture he was just taking down. You remember this picture as the Battle of Rochefort, where it's a beautiful illustration where there are ships on the horizon. You know, it's kind of like a skewed perspective. You can clearly see the Sanchez River flowing into the Gulf of Azola, and there are ships going away, and there are people dead in both the natives' uniforms and the outside power uniforms, and their blood's like rolling into the River Sanchez, and the river's red with blood. And there's the great man, the mayor, or the governor at the time, there, casting a big lightning bolt out to the ships that are leaving. Give me a second to pull up some exact notes. I don't want to misspeak here. But you can ask questions after that.
She's in this photo.
She
Well,
took place in this battle.
come on. It's a big old document, and don't want to load.
He's like leaned back, his eyes closed.
Yeah, he's old, dude.
Just thinking. He's like, let me think. Don't interrupt my thoughts.
It always turns into Yoda.
I need you.
It's always Yoda.
I need you.
Come on. I want to describe the painting in the same way I did before is really what I'm trying to do.
So this is a painting
here we
of
go.
battle.
So this depicts the General William Crenshaw. He was the leader of the settlers at that time. Sorry, guys. General William Crenshaw. He was the general at the time, kind of like the mayor of this area, who, he was a powerful wizard and helped lead the charge here, which eventually got Yorkit to become its own country. William Crenshaw died shortly after this battle, after the treaties had been signed and the people had won their day. And people said it was the hag and some other people came out of the swamps and overpowered them. And the people were devastated. They had lost their leader. And it took them a long time to kind of rebound. And so that would have been, around the year, 421, when he died. And that's the only specific account of people interacting with her. Otherwise, she's kind of just been the boogeyman out in the swamps. Common for the Rouge folk people to say, you don't say your prayers to Paylor, the hag's gonna get you, sort of, scare them. But, ever since that action, or that there's action she took with Crenshaw, that's deep in the culture and the people here. Now, you gotta remember, not a lot of people here right now are natives. The city's grown a lot. People who have been here for 100 years versus people who've been here for 5. But that's the only real account of her taking actions. There's lots of things about her that people have said, like wind picks up, you hear a specific whistle tone when she shows up. Kind of the descriptions of what she looks like here, but I mean, people think she's deeply evil. A lot of people think that she's kind of Aerith Null incarnate or a waking force. The legends of the Rougarou say she's the one who starts the curse that kind of keeps going, and so everybody's afraid of Rougarous now. The real Rouge folk natives, they know who they're really afraid of.
Cool.
Thank you, Finley.
Yeah, thanks.
Sure,
Can
like
we
you got.
Get a... So there's copies of this book at the library too?
Yeah, all my published work's over there. The nice miss over there will get you set up. Miss Ariza.
Yeah, I think we'll do that. I think we'll get a copy of this because this is really interesting.
Well, thank you. It's nice to see young folk like yourself getting interested in the old timer ways.
Yep. That's us.
Alright, well, I'm not going to keep y'all with my old folk tales no longer. Y'all can go live your real lives.
It's been a pleasure, Finley. I appreciate it.
Likewise. Please feel free to drop by anytime. It's nice seeing you guys.
Yeah, good to see you. Bye.
So yeah, you guys hop over to the library.
We slam our library cards down on the table.
We'd like a copy of this book, please.
Yep.
Yeah, and you had also met her, Connor, when you were here at the end of your tour. She goes, "Oh yeah, I had met you. Is there anything that you're looking for in particular?"
Yes, we're looking for the book by Finley Wright about the battle, the Salt Marsh Hag.
Oh, the old man convinced you to read his book. Well, that's mighty nice of you to do. Yeah, let me over here. It's the Whistle Marsh Hag.
Yes, sorry, Whistle Marsh.
Yeah, she goes and she knows exactly where it is. They have a relationship being next door to each other, and pulls it down and goes, "Yeah, right here. Do you need a? You guys have a library card?"
No.
Surely Vay does.
Is it?
We need a library card.
I think I have a library card. I've seen it before.
We have been here before. Did I write down that I have a library card? I feel like I did.
I know for a fact you guys don't have a library card.
Dang it.
Oh, dang it.
We have this cool badge though that says I'm the police. That's
Can
what
we
I wrote.
just get?
Oh no.
Yeah,
That's what we're sorting to.
I'm the fucking cops.
She's drunk on power. Someone stop her.
No.
Give me a book.
Give me a book, bitch.
I'm the police. I'm coming in this book. You can't say anything. Bye.
It's fucking the worst. And Connor, you said you were coming to the library that one time. That is surely what you said you were gonna do.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
I seem to have forgotten my library card at home.
Yeah.
No.
Well, that's easy. I can just get y'all one. All three of y'all need one?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Okay. And she pulls up a little record book, gets your name, writes it down, date of birth. Okay, and she gets you each a library card.
Favorite food, blood type, hobbies, likes, dislikes.
Most recent bill.
Worst fear. And she hands you each one of those and she goes, "Okay, yeah, here's that book," and she hands it to Vay. He goes, "Is that going to be all for you guys today?"
Yeah.
Is there anything else you all need here?
No. I mean, that's all we came here for.
Okay.
I think I'm good.
Nope, I'm good.
Unless Vay, there's something that you would like to get here at the library. Something
no,
else.
I can't.
Like for fun reading.
No, I have to read this.
Okay.
All right.
What do you?
Go ahead.
Nothing. Go ahead.
Where was Yaros and Totho planning on training?
Is there any like open fields or whatever? Like any like open field that like not around actual like people?
You got the swamps.
Swamp.
Swamps it is.
Swamps. Out here in the field.
I mean, y'all have seen every district of this world enough that y'all shouldn't. I mean, I don't have anything hidden that y'all don't already know. It's all literally built.
I fight for
Well,
my
So,
meals.
does the fort have like training fields?
My bad.
Like their own little area? Because I don't remember seeing that on the.
There are like areas that surround it, but they don't have like a direct like beat you up training field.
Okay.
I need for what I need full open the swamp is exactly where we're gonna go.
All right, then that's cool.
Do that resistance training of like running through the mud.
Not necessarily, but kinda sorta. You'll see what I have in mind.
So yeah, you guys walk out.
Y'all gonna
Guys,
run?
this is how we had
Not
bodies.
far. Y'all walk out like 10-15 minutes into the swamps, and you'll find a good, sturdy ground to take footing on.
Ooh, excuse me.
Okay.
Ooh, daddy. I like it when you talk dirty to me like that.
Oh, whoa.
Ooh.
3-year-old.
Oh no, sir.
Oh,
You're gonna have to put that back where you were. Please don't.
So yeah, y'all are out here. You walk out about 10-15 minutes, not long, until you're a little more so looking for good ground to take footing on, a little bit higher than everything else, and y'all find a good spot.
So, give me a little bit of a quick rundown. What is your specialty? Because last time we were in combat, in the mouth of a gator, hee hee ha ha. But I'm not too sure because I kind of, however you say that your manner of, style of combat will determine what I want to do.
Well, I mean, I like to think that I'm pretty good with the bow and arrow, but that's typically where I try to stay practicing. So, but
Fantastic.
I mean, it's I mean, I know a little bit with some basic things, but nothing fancy.
Instead of just doing a test of metal, can I play a game of tag?
Oh, I mean,
with the idea of you being it and you constantly running away from me but in the sense of this, constantly running away and trying to avoid, while at the same time I trudge through this swamp to try to get you, all the while tiring me out, and see if I can get pushed to my very, very limit with the opposition of the swamp area, plus you shooting arrows at me to also try to stop me.
I think I see where you're getting at. Yeah, I think that's something we can try that one out.
You work on your marksmanship. I end up working on me just trying to push through the very obstacles in front of me.
So yeah.
Sounds like a plan.
Totho, you stretch it all out, get ready. You go and you're like, all right, go! And you go and you sprint through the swamp, and you see that you are knee deep in it, and it's hard to trug. This is like parachute football training, except instead of it dragging you from behind, it's just wading through this nasty swamp water. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yaros, go ahead and I'm gonna say that you know that you're not gonna fire real arrows at him, right? And you just kind of pick up some long sticks that you think get the job mostly done. Go ahead and roll attack rolls with disadvantage.
Okay.
Let's do 3 of them.
Disadvantage.
Yep. Half disadvantage because of something you know, and then the other part is these are not arrows that fly good.
Yeah. Okay, so I got a 10, a 21, and a 13.
What's your AC?
Oh, my AC is 18.
Okay, so one hit.
Yeah, so you go fires left, fires right, and the last one comes and you feel a ding as a stick, and it hurts, right? Like, this is fired from a longbow and pegs you, and it stings like the fucking heavens. And you look back, and you do give me a insight check, Tatho.
Alright, insight it is. Alright, that's a 19.
Yaros, would you like to roll deception, or are you gonna let him have it?
No, I mean, he can have it. It's not something I'm trying to
You
hide.
see that he is exhausted. Before you've even started now, and you see that he's out of his own wits.
What? Bruh, what? Thought you said you were a mark? I mean, you're good with a bow and arrow. Like I'm screaming at him. I'm just like, thought you said you were good with a bow and arrow. This isn't gonna get us what we desire. Well, at least me to desire. What do you propose?
I mean, I hit you though.
That's true. You know what? Fuck it. And I just keep going.
Yeah, so you guys continue this training for a while, and it gets to the point where it's just like, you know, when you're out of shape and you're running and it just comes to a point where you just can't.
Mm-hmm.
Yaros goes, all right, here's the next round, and you're like, fuck. All right, I gotta do it. And you get that feeling, and you just keep doing it, and Yaros, you're like, I'm tired, I can't. And you still try to focus, and like, you get some more arrows out, and y'all are both at this point of exhaustion. And then Yaros goes, okay, next round, and Tatha, you are out of gas. There's nothing left in the tank. And he says that, and you're like, these arrows fucking hurt. And he's getting about 1 in 3 on you.
Yeah.
And you're just like, all right, time to really bear down. And you take a deep breath, and you go, and the first arrow misses, and you're like, oh gosh, and you hear him pull the second string. Oh, wait. And, let's see if I can get that. Misses the arrow, and you just keep going, and there's just like, you know, there's one more coming, and you just are able to push through in a way that you almost can't explain. It's like you forced yourself to go past where you couldn't go, and you see that your barriers are not where you think they are. Yaros, as you're doing these strings of arrows and arrows and arrows, you hit your empty tank. And you think back to what the hag said, and you think about your charm. And you're like, all right, my arm is spent. I've pulled back this heavy string all day, but Tatho is expecting me this. And as these thoughts cross your mind, you see the hair on your arm grow long, and your fingers grow sharp. And just for a moment, you feel your whole arm go as you get the strength to fire off the next set of arrows. And hit. 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 And then you both collapse. After being able to dodge, you do see there still is a end to it, and you collapse after getting hit thrice. And Yaros, after being able to get the strength for your arm, you almost just can't lift it anymore. It feels like it's productive, but you guys both think you can train it a little bit and push further beyond.
Yeah.
Well, that's day one in the books, I suppose.
You know what? Aside from the fact that we smell like probably literal ass from this, and it's not just from body sweat, other than that, I think that this is kind of like this, even though I thought this up off the cuff, though. Kind of primitive, you know. But I mean, still, I think it gets the job done.
So yeah, y'all think with another day you really can get there.
I say we kind of go wash some of this smell off and get something to eat, man. I am starving.
You know what's sad? Is that I have the dread now, because, like, the day is over, but I still gotta go home and study. God damn it.
With that, where... So I know Scarlet wanted to meditate in the swamps kind of by herself. Vey, how are you going about what you want to do?
They would also like to go off into the forest nearby. Not like the actual like swamp, like not that far in. Just more like where it's more like the ground's a little softer and there's a lot of tree coverage. Or that there's a lot of like trees, but there's like space near. I'm looking for somewhere to under the stars to practice with my thing.
Okay, and then KK, you're muted. I don't know if you're actually there. Did you have a plan?
No.
Okay.
She might go visit her aunt, but otherwise she's just kind of aimless. She'll probably hang out with Scarlet, I guess.
Scarlet's gonna do her own thing for a bit, so you're probably just hanging out for a bit. Scarlet, you come out to the swamps, and you exhale and inhale, and you sit there for a while, and tell me what's going through Scarlet's head.
She is wanting to... I mean, because she's wanting to, like, I guess first make sure that she's actually alone. And it does seem that way, right?
I'm sorry, I was reading a DM.
Okay.
I'm the worst. I got a DM from one of these players, and I expected that sentence to go on a little bit longer.
Okay. No, it's okay. So, I mean, Scarlet is going to try and just kind of, like, I guess, like, kind of let go of her anxieties around, like, that's what she's working on doing.
Yeah.
It's just kind of, like, summoning the same magic that, that she had encountered previously, and,
yeah, so...
Yeah, that's. I guess that's where we'll start with. That's where she wants to start with.
You sit there and you focus, and you're thinking, okay, tap the magic, tap the magic, tap the magic, and you tense up, and you do think the consequences of tapping into that magic, but you hear echoing through your mind the like, "Do not fear this" from the hag, and it kind of shakes you out. Then you actually take one big, deep, meditative breath and let go. And you just kind of sit the stillness. And you really try to think about where it is your magic came from. You had a very specific feeling for such a short amount of time when you spoke to her and she told you not. That you felt like you're in a sea of stars and etherealness, and that you could pull magic from this place. And you're trying really hard to get back to that feeling. And for a while, there's just nothing, and then you tense back up, and you realize, well, I haven't really released it. And you have to be very thoughtful and very specific and mindful about how you're thinking, what you're actually doing, and not autopiloting your normal magic like you do whenever, you're trying to fool a bunch of wizards.
Yeah.
But you sit there for a while, and it's an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. You're really, really trying to get this for really the first time in your life. And you sit there and you focus. And for just a fraction of a second, you kind of lose focus. kind of in the blink between moments, and you feel it. And then you lose it. You're conscious of it. Like, you're like, oh shit, this is it, and you pulled out. But you feel like, I mean, this is a big moment. This is the first time you have been able to get there. And you've spent, the rest of the day that you had. You think another day, two, you might be able to get there.
Okay.
Is there anything else Scarlett's going to do in this moment of meditation?
No. I think that she'll keep trying to, like, get to that place again. But that'll be, I think
And every time after that, you feel like you're getting to the cusp. You know the direction, if that makes sense, of where it is. You just can't reach the destination. Connor, so night comes. Are we playing this out, or are you keeping this close to the chest?
I'm fine with however you want to do it.
Okay.
I just sent you how I expect the night to go.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go to a different chat for a second. This one won't take long.
Yeah. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
I actually have to move them so that we can keep the head in here.
Yeah. You need to hit him with the hey.
Yeah. Gotta hit him for the viewers.
Yeah.
So yeah, the night falls and the stars come out. Tell me what Vay's up to.
So, out alone in the woods, Vay is trying to look up at the stars, take out the device, and then just try to see if she can do something simple, like just align the map to what she sees currently in the sky.
Yeah, surely. You pull it out, and it's a very, very complex item.
Yes.
You see the stars, you see constellations, you can put them in the sky, but like it's to such a level of precision that like a layman just couldn't. They just couldn't. But you take a lot of time getting it right. You understand the importance of the precision in a way that most don't. That it really needs to be exact and line it up. And you spend hours getting it. You're like 99. You get to like 50% in the first 20 minutes. You get to like 80% in the next 10. You get to 90% in the next 10. It takes an hour to get to 99%, and it takes another hour to get to 99.9. But after that couple of hours, you get it. And it feels like a light is in you. You haven't fully figured this thing out, but you got step one. And that's a big deal.
I'm close. I can feel it. What the hell am I doing? Faye's just trying to sit there, look at the item, look up at the stars, and then turn to look back over to the direction of Rougeford. She's gonna say to herself, what am I doing here? I'm in a strange place, strange customs, sleeping in a strange bed with stranger people. Look down at the item. Look back. Everything there's tainted with low-magic filth. All of them are too. The worst part is I've come all the way out here and I barely feel closer than when I started. I feel like I know even less now. Oh God, I just wish I could go back. What am I doing? And then Vay is going to just sort of have everything that's happened in the last couple of weeks just kind of hits her all at once, and then fighting for some sense of normalcy. She's going to go to the tallest tree she can and attempt to climb it, to get up to the thickest branch she can see. Once there, she's going to druidcraft a thick weave of vines to form a small grass bed. And she's going to lie in there, clutching the star map, and just quietly cry herself to sleep. Thinking about what she's doing, her home, her family, her friend. And, yeah, she's not going to go back to the fort tonight.
All right.
Ooh, we're back. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. We now head over to Midtown. It is nighttime.
Midtown.
And KK. KK, would you like to play this out, or do you want to hold it a little closer to the chest? I can do the same thing I just did
We'll
with
just
Connor.
play it out. We'll just play it out. Fuck it.
No, I've chosen against it. Screw those guys. They don't know. They're not here. So, yeah, you head over to Midtown with your aunt. It is now nighttime. You were here last night. Because also I gotta catch, get the audience a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
The viewers. Wait, your name is Chris. You head over to
what?
the...
Were you wanting me to do the summary?
No. I was struggling in TaleSpire to pull your mini out.
Oh, it's all good.
So yeah, you head over to Midtown. The previous night, you had... It was a very important night for you and your culture, and you've had the incense with the candle and burning, and that'll come to everybody eventually. But tonight you come because of what happened. You kept it close to your chest. You didn't want to let too much out last night because it's a monthly event that's very special, and you didn't want to rock any boats. This time you go and speak specifically to your aunt, and she goes, "Oh, sweetheart, back again? What you here for?"
Hi, Andy, I'm back. She gives her a hug.
No, she gives you a nice warm hug back.
I just wanted to see if you found anything else out about maybe my vision. I mean, it would be really nice if you could tell me a little bit more. I know the research probably takes time, and I'm kind of been in a rush to find out more about this because I'm really excited. She is fangirling extremely hard, which nobody else has seen from her squad.
Yeah.
So what do you have? Did you find anything? Oh yeah, we got a library card. So if you have any books that I should read on the whole, well, they wouldn't have any of those here, would they?
Most likely not, but I'm sure that our priest might have something that interests you, because, well, to put it frankly, I believe you have been touched by our goddess. I talked to some of the priests, and they say the black veil, it's kind of symbolism, but it's kind of on point. What we believe is not that of Paylord. We reach behind the veil for our activities, and a lot of people aren't gifted with that. There are a lot of followers. I mean, a lot of the people you worked with in the other branches that don't get touched by the light or go beyond the veil, but you seem to have been chosen, and that's really special.
She has both fists balled up, kind of close to her face, excited. Yeah, that's really great news. So what do I do now? Do I have to apprentice? I don't really know what I'm supposed to do next. Am I supposed to I don't have any of the prayers memorized. She admits. she's scratching her head. I just kind of I need to get brushed up on all my stuff because I kind of stopped doing the altar girl thing a long time ago. So it's like I might need some help with that. I don't know. Do you know what it involves?
Well, I will. The priest just had the event last night. Tomorrow I'll get talking to them. You drop back by, and we'll get you acquainted. But I think for tonight, it's important that you go meditate on what being chosen means to you and what our teachings. Meditate on how you interpret them, what they mean, and think about all the things you've been taught up to this point, and you might be able to reach somewhere you couldn't before.
Okay. All right, meditate. Go meditate and think about.
Look, here's a key. Go to the second floor, first room on the left. It's real quiet up there.
Okay, yeah. I'll just. How long should I meditate? I don't really. That's not really my style, I'm kind of more of a drink and throw stuff into the bonfire kind of girl,
Do it until you feel it's time to finish.
Does that mean like when I fall asleep?
I think it means that I myself don't know. I am not touched. She kind of chuckles as she whispers to you.
Yeah, I guess I kind of need to figure out some of this stuff myself. So
that is kind of how the priest alluded to it. But up you go. And so she kind of go, shoo. Brings you upstairs to this nice quiet room in her inn. You. Is there any specific way you're going about meditating?
She's gonna. She doesn't really know, so she's just gonna light a candle and cross her legs on the floor, and probably at some point get frustrated because her legs are falling asleep and start getting restless a lot sooner than.
Yeah, I think she gets frustrated at this and then goes all right, gotta get to the point. And so what is it about the church and the teachings that she tries to focus on to get something out of it? What thoughts are going through her mind?
She eventually kind of strays back to her idea of maybe all the death stuff is it's so important, but maybe it's not the main focus because there's so much stuff about being alive and enjoying all your time while you're alive and actually making things happen as opposed to just trying to extend your lifespan or try to bring back dead relatives or anybody. You got to keep going forward. You got to move on with your life and do stuff. But she's kind of also hung up on you got to focus on enjoying your life. I need to go drink more.
So she has all these thoughts and she goes back and forth. And you've been in the branch. It's a lot about death. It's a lot about the end of life. And you without even noting it, as you're kind of stuck in these morbid thoughts, you feel everything around you becomes cloudy and shadowy. Without notice, it just does. And it's maybe it's about moving forward and, that's the end state, but there's a lot before that, and there's a lot you can do to, help other people and blah, blah, blah. And you realize it feels like vertigo as that shadowiness around you. You feel like you're falling backwards, and it immediately gets deja vu of when you were coming out of the veil. You the morbid, but maybe it's about more, and you feel yourself coming out, and as you're coming out, you literally are seeing shadows disappear, and with a big red light, the ruby in your hand begins to glow, and then you're oh, but I could drink, and you lose focus, and it just stops. It stops, and you got there. And you can feel it, and that's important, and that's something that you can work on, and you can work on. It's just going to take a little bit more time.
Nice.
So, I'm going to pull everybody back in.
escape. Oh, hello.
Ah!
What?
Oh, you're
I was like, oh, because there was a big delay.
Whiplash.
Man, I've had enough time to make a whole ass chicken pot pie appear in front of me.
hell yeah.
Damn, it's almost like
Magic.
Magic.
He's a wizard.
Magic. I'm a
you-
wizard.
You
He's
guys
a wizard, Harry.
head back to the fort.
You're a Harry
Brand
Yeah,
still
they're lying. They've been fed.
Bran still totally MIA. But arriving at the fort in relatively similar times is, in the middle of the night, is Chris, Scarlet, Totho, and Yaros.
What's up?
Hey.
Hey.
Well, I
Besides-
should probably get
What's
going to
up?
bed. Nothing.
Nothing?
Yeah, I was just hanging out at my aunt's.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's nice having family in town.
Sounds
Well, anyways,
Scarlet nods. Must be nice. Must be nice.
well, I mean, what would? Are you on good terms with your family? Weren't you locked in the tower?
What the fuck? Is this a fairy tale? Did she have to let down her hair and?
No, I mean, it wasn't
Yeah.
a tower. It was more like a janitor's closet at a school. But
Oh, you didn't even get your own room?
I'm just gonna call it a tower. If that's
it's
okay
more
with
romantic. It's more
Yeah.
romantic thinking of it as a tower. That's kind of how I thought of it too.
Because the fumes from the cleaning supplies.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't need to.
I
learn
mean,
how to
I
read-
cleaned
read-
I
read
cleaned it out.
better.
I cleaned it out.
Oh,
So-
you. Yeah, I bet you could.
So it wasn't.
You,
I didn't like keep all of the cleaning supplies in there. With
you
me.
could make it very homey. You don't need that much space.
Yeah, some
No,
time
turns
passes.
out you can do without a lot, really.
Some time passes, and y'all realize Vay's not nowhere to be seen at either.
Uh-oh.
Has anybody seen Vay? Or the old man?
Nah,
Well, I
I've
mean,
been-
Brand?
Yeah,
I think
Brand.
Brand's over there tinkering with things
said
until he passes out and then wakes
said he
up
was
and
doing work.
does it again.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But
What
I
about
haven't
Vay?
I haven't heard anything about it. I mean, all I knew is she was going with y'all to the museum. What happened after that?
Well, we split after that. I went to the swamps, and she also went to the swamps, but like a different spot in the swamps.
Do
Maybe
need
we
to
should
go
go back
check
and
in?
look for her.
Yeah.
Make sure
Alright,
everything's okay.
hold on. Yar's gonna open the trunk by the foot of his bed and put on his cloak and grab out the boots. Alright, well, let's go find her. Do y'all know kind of where she left from, at least, or?
I mean, Tyler, would I know about where we split off at?
Yeah, you know that much. And you know that y'all split off very close to the edge of town. Y'all didn't split off in the swamp. Y'all split off before the swamp.
Alright, so you know kind of where she at least took off from, so we'll just go from there, right?
Yeah, we could try that.
Safe assumption, I guess.
I mean, unless there's some kind of magic-y thing that y'all got that can talk to her, locate her, or whatever.
I'm not that good at magic yet.
Looks over to KK.
KK, what are you? If you're not the rogue, I thought I pegged you are. You got anything?
Hey yo.
Hey yo.
Please.
Taco,
first of
Taco,
all-
why you pegging people?
Oh. Hey yo.
Tyler.
Can't take us
please.
anywhere.
Yeah,
Can't take
yeah.
us anywhere.
Yeah, I got you. Pegging, am I right?
Shit. Why
Alright.
did you just pit them out just to say?
Please.
All right, so you guys head out of the fort to the area where you know you broke off from Vay. and hanging above you in the sky
Oh,
is
no.
a full moon. And that's where we're going to end the session.
Oh my fucking
Hope
god.
everybody enjoyed yourselves. Follow on Twitch. Soon we're going to get a beignet stream. Go subscribe on YouTube. Go follow on Twitter for news. All that stuff's free. Hope you had a good time.
Tyler for
Catch you
beignet.
on the flip side in Tavern Therapy.
Cool ball.
Goodbye.